Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sandhills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hope you enjoyed some Big Ten baseball last night, a little NBA playoffs.
Why'd you say it like that?
Well, it was on the TV. We had live sports last night.
We did. I watched.
You watched it?
I've known Jake for several years now. You say the word several.
Uh-oh.
And Jake
What happened?
is sports mania. He's a Husker fan. I've been around.
Jake's like,
I've
where's
been,
this
I've
going?
been around Nebraska qualifying
concerned.
for an NCAA basketball. We know he's a Nebraska ball guy at
Yeah,
the highest level.
At the highest.
And also, I've been around him when Nebraska has defeated Creighton, which is his biggest victory, even though it's early in the season.
It is.
But I've seen some football, some good high notes for him. Jake Sorensen, mark it down, has never been more excited than he was this morning to see the guy from Michigan State drop that ball.
I had to show Rudy.
He came over like he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. It's incredible. Game's over. Game's over. He dropped the ball. I've never
I
seen
didn't say it like that.
Yeah, you did.
but
Yes, you did, Rudy.
You make me sound
Rudy,
like I'm an idiot.
Didn't
So
sound like an idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
You just kept saying. They also just kept saying, if he catches it, game's over.
Rudy. Did Rudy?
That's why I'm
Rudy was
a
there for it.
moron. It's fine. I'm an idiot.
There was no moron. No,
Yeah,
I said he's excited.
I sound like a maroon over here.
No,
The
there was
word
none of that.
maroon was never
No.
spoken.
I just
Yeah.
Rudy's a baseball
No.
guy. I want to make sure he had not seen the play. So we'll get to the play in a second. Let's not ruin the idle chit chat with our topic of the first segment.
After that catch is when I cashed it in.
We'll tell you what happened here in a little bit.
The H thing crept up last night. I wanted to stay up for both finishes, and I can't do this. I was tired. And I just said, I'm going to bed.
The baseball game is creeping along. It seemed like it was
It
was even with we even have a pitch clock, and it was still seemed like it was just.
It does have a pitch clock.
Yes, it was like, wow, this game seemed like it was in slow motion.
Creeps along. That's baseball, though.
It is.
That's the nature of baseball, and it does. It was a good game, though, and I thought for what it's worth, the broadcast was excellent. I thought, and you, Bill, I thought of because you said just switch back and forth is actually really good. Switching back and forth. I don't know what kind of TV configuration you guys have. Mine was one flip, channel 26 and channel 25.
Mine was set up, but the odd part was that when it went to extra innings, I flipped over. I'm going to catch some basketball.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 4 minutes left in the game.
And it was pretty decided.
It was pretty much over at that time.
Yeah.
So the flip wasn't as much fun.
The flip for me was good because I started watching the basketball game in the first quarter. So I was flipping back and forth. And Oklahoma City won.
They did.
We'll touch on that later.
Yes.
You got a final score, though.
114-88.
Oh, God, it got that bad?
The time I made the flip over, it was ugly.
Minnesota was up at halftime.
They were up by like 2 at halftime.
4.
Four?
Yeah, 4-point halftime lead, I believe.
Got outscored by 14 points in the third quarter and just never recovered from that. So
that's sports.
Thunder roll game 114-88 over Minnesota.
Okay. Sports.
Yes.
Nebraska wins 5-4.
We'll get to the highlights of that in a second.
In extras.
Yes. That's not idle chit chat.
That's not idle chit chat.
What happened yesterday? Anything crazy? Anything?
But today's going to be 72 and sunny.
Ooh.
Think about that for a second.
Not liking that.
Oh, Bill.
That's way too much.
Bill.
The best thing I saw last night, checked the weather up in Creighton. It was 46, feels like 35. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
tonight. Spring.
I think that's tonight.
That was last night when I checked.
I know. Well, I know, but I think it
could be tonight too.
That's what I meant. I think it's going to be tonight too.
That's spring. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you're talking about.
Spring in Bismarck.
That's what I'm talking about. 46 last night. I think 45 tonight. You got to flip it. I always think of Jake too. I told him I don't like to run my air or my heat. Tonight going to be 45. Jake's line was, put on a sweatshirt.
I stand by that. Put on a sweatshirt. If you don't want to run the heat, you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know, 45. It doesn't mean the house is going to get
And don't open the windows
right.
up. Keep the
I
windows
think you're going to be
shut.
pretty secure. Yeah, if you keep the house, buttoned up, you'll be just fine.
Yeah, if the windows are down, then you have a problem. Just don't open up the windows today. Simple as that. Or at least after.
And put on a
And
sweatshirt.
put on a sweatshirt. It's not hard. It's not difficult. I believe in you.
Bill, today it was so light outside coming to the show. I thought I was late.
Don't get me started.
I'm getting you started.
I came down early because I got off my path yesterday, so I got back into my early path today. So
What's the early path?
Which means I was leaving my house at 5:12, and it was clearly light out. It was clearly light out at 5:12.
Was it?
And the depression driving in with that was real.
So think about 5:48
Yeah.
on Antelope Valley Parkway. I thought for a second, am I late? Because it is light out. Nope.
I wonder
just a
if, I
second.
wonder if anybody else in Nebraska gets depressed like Bill in the summertime.
Yeah,
About the light. And I've never heard anybody ever bummed about 72
The
and sunny.
heat,
But I'm
the
glad
amount of
somebody
light.
is. 72 and sunny, people would say is a perfect condition usually, but Bill does not like 72 and
I'd
sunny.
like to be in bed at 8:30, and it doesn't get dark till 9:30, Jake. So that really throws me off.
Can we convince you that 72 and sunny is a good thing?
72 and sunny, I can get on board a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to lose it. I'm not going to
No,
lose
don't
on
lose
that.
it. Your dog.
Sugar.
God, how was I going to?
Sugar does not
candy.
like this.
Sure.
So I walked her last night. How was she? Oh, cool and crisp.
She liked it.
She would have went forever. But once that thermometer barometer hits a certain number, she's done. She won't walk. Literally, she'll
Really?
No, she'll go 6 blocks. That's it.
That's interesting because now she's in for a summer.
Yeah, but she'll chase the ball in the heat.
Okay.
When the ball comes out,
She's got to get
different.
exercise.
Yeah, she chases the ball. She will do that.
Exercise is important. They need steps just like we do. That's what I think about
Did
Bullet.
Bullet have a walk yesterday?
2 of them.
Two walks.
It was a 2-walk day yesterday. It's been a good run for Bullet because that Hartley school keeps its gate open now, and it can just turn him loose, close the gate. I don't even have to watch him. He just has
But
a
you put
free
him
run.
you put him in the gate of the playground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has a free run.
You leave and just let him go.
Well, I stay there with him, but I leave. I just come on my phone, and sometimes I'll look up and be like, oh, where is Bullet? Oh, okay, there he is. But because it's gated, he can't get out.
If you lost Bullet, would you call the Hartley principal and
No.
say, "Listen, I've lost my dog"? If you guys,
He's in
he's
in the
somewhere.
playground.
If you could send some administration over, or you ever get mad like, "Hey, you ever call it maintenance? Say, hey, there's a hole over here in the fence."
There's an area where he always looks out on Vine Street, and I think he could whip through there if he really wanted to. But I doubt. I don't think he could. There's just a few moments where you're like, okay, well, I can't see him. Where is he at? But he's there.
Have they accepted this point, saying it's just SIP? He's going to do that.
No, I mean I do it on non-school hours, so
They still have cameras, right?
Yeah.
They see, hey, there's somebody that brings his dog over here, shuts the gate, lets the dog play around in the playground. Like they see that. They haven't stopped it though. So
No,
they're not bothered by it.
There's no
apparently.
reason to stop it.
I just wish we had one last push towards a freeze, because I love seeing the panic that goes into people with plants. Also, they have
Why do you love to see the pan?
when I look out and I see someone blanketing their garden, it's
Yeah.
like, it's getting down to 31 tonight. I'm gonna lose I'm gonna lose my radishes. And they get out.
They do blanket the garden.
Blanket. I'd love to see one last blanket of the garden, because when that hits the people that affects, it's real, and they don't sleep.
What are they blanketing?
They're checking like 3 a.m. What do we got? It's 33
They're blanketing flowers.
flowers,
Yep.
radishes, kohlrabis, everything.
This is beautiful. Idle chit chat. This is spring. Idle. We're still in spring.
This will make Bill happy though. Somebody agrees. This is from the Ozarks. Brandon says, "I'm Team Bill. 54 and cloudy, 365 days a year, please."
It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome. I'd like to see it sometimes.
If
you
no
like
sun-
that. Like
no
yesterday.
sun.
branch up to 40, but then I love snow, because I know when I step outside, when Sugar steps outside in fresh snow,
Mhm.
it is that's it for her.
That's it for
That
you too.
Xanadu is the highest level you can possibly get for Sugar when there's snow.
You were happy yesterday, then, right?
Oh yeah, that was heavy.
Cloud cover and
That
it
was
was cool.
It was
Yes,
chilly.
cool. Yes.
Windy.
Chilly, windy, cloud cover.
Yes. That's my dream. I told my Laura the other day, so we've got to look at houses in Bismarck. We just have to consider what would.
How does she feel about that, Bill?
Not very excited about
I
it.
did
Not really
assume so.
buying into that because also she despises the cold. She is anything under 70, and she is just under a blanket.
Is that right?
Yeah, under a
So
blanket.
Bill's dream is her
Yes.
nightmare.
Yes.
Nightmare's probably a little strong,
Yeah,
but
Well,
that's close.
what
It's
about
close.
Fargo?
Fargo would be incredible.
Yeah, I think Fargo would be good. I think you guys would like Fargo.
Blitzkrieg says he wished it rained every single day.
What is going on?
Why do people want this weather?
I don't know.
GBR says it's been raining for 3 days straight in Minnesota. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like that too, but there's a point where I'm like, okay, I'd like to see a little sunshine. Dry. I need something dry. Today, though, 72 and sunny. Bam.
We'll get through it.
Nelson Montana says I like 60 and cloudy from February 1st to September 1st.
Thank you.
They're all, I guess there's people that are on the same boat apparently.
Yeah. There's I don't know what boat Rudy's in, but he's here today. He's in our boat. Rudy's here.
He is here.
And this is Idle Chit Chat sponsored by
Newton's Lawn Care.
Andrew.
Anything else you want to move on?
What else you got?
I
like Idle Chit Chat.
Yeah, I had a meeting yesterday. A couple of things were going on, and I was going to find myself up towards the your neck of the woods, Omaha. So I was up there, and then I had time to spend with one of the Husker greats.
Who's that?
Brandon Riley, who I know who you like a lot.
I do.
Yeah.
White Lightning.
Yes,
Bo called him that.
Yeah, he talked about you yesterday. That he enjoyed his time talking to Steve Sipple.
Our interactions.
Yes. So, but I was up there when we met, we had lunch, and we had a great time. And we laughed about some stuff.
You had lunch with
Brandon Riley.
Brandon Riley?
Yeah, he's.
Where'd you go? Please tell me.
I don't know the name of the place. It's someplace. It's a pickleball place right next to what's that place called? Is it Cabela's or Bass Pro? Right by the right. That's right off in La Vista.
No.
It's is that?
I know where you're talking.
I don't know.
Cabela's or is it Bass Pro?
I don't know.
I don't know which one is. I think it's Bass Pro. But they're only one name now.
Where did you dine though?
Right next to that, there's a pickleball place right next to the Embassy Suites.
Where they have sandwiches.
Yeah, so it's a sports bar with pickleball involved. We did not play any pickleball because I'm going to say I could not score a point against Brandon Riley. Maybe against you. I could score a point. Not against Brandon Riley. I wasn't going to score a point.
You don't sell yourself short.
He's killing it for Inspro right now. With
so he's working for
insurance. Yeah.
Yes.
Inspro.
But he basically runs it. He'll be the next CEO probably within the next 6 months.
I wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
How about those guys?
This makes Bill feel good. He says, "I thought it was a Bass Pro for years, but it is definitely a Cabela's."
Okay.
They thought the same. Confirmed it's Cabela's. So the confusion is warranted here because people thought the same.
Here's the kicker. Now, I've been in there at least 10 to 12 times, and my nephew works there. He runs the gun department.
In the store.
In the store.
You're still
which you thought was Bass Pro.
Still did not know if it was Bass Pro or Cabela's. To this day, I have no idea.
And who works there?
Was that Skylar Schindler, my nephew? Yes,
that's where Skylar works.
Where he works, and he runs the gun department.
That's what
Skylar was at the party.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yes,
those boys are big. You don't want to tussle with them.
No,
if anything started in that bar, I was gravitating towards Skylar or his brother.
Yes,
his brother's name,
Bo. He's also
Bo's bigger.
Big human beings.
Yeah,
and
Bo's a big man.
And then
Skylar is too.
And Shin Daddy's right in the middle of him.
Shin Daddy, I'd be right by Shin Daddy.
Yes,
Shin Daddy would have a plan. Now wait a second though. I was going to. I just want to recap something. So Brandon Riley, former receiver, last year Jake would be.
I think 2016 or
he is
ended under Riley.
He's insurance, and Banderas is running a wedding venue.
Yes,
Josh. Those are two guys played together.
And when we discussed both of them. I mean, we discussed Bando also yesterday,
right?
On what a great job that he's doing with that.
Bando would work. I got to know Bando pretty well as I did Brandon. I could definitely see Josh working really well with a wedding venue. He's got a great personality.
Yeah,
he does. He's very upbeat.
Every weekend, busy.
That's all right.
Every weekend.
Well, I'm saying it's full. It's a good thing. He's doing well. Yeah. As Bill said, every weekend is full at that venue in Palmyra.
It's the real world.
One of my favorite things was probably with Brandon Riley was yesterday. We talked about the mayhem at North Carolina and Belichick and the whole situation. We were talking about coaches because he was in several camps.
Yes, he
was in several. So we talked
Bills foremost,
Detroit, Pittsburgh, and I think Dallas for a little bit. But so we talked about all these places we went through. We're talking about stuff, and I go. I know some people don't want to talk about it. I said, but this Bill Belichick thing with is it Jordan Hudson's? That her
Yes,
name?
that's her name.
I said it is intriguing beyond belief to me. I said it just blows my mind. I love following. It's like watching. It's like the Inquirer or something. I want to read about it. All of a sudden, last night at 9:30, I get a text from him. Belichick and Jordan engaged. just send me a screenshot of it that they're engaged.
Are they engaged?
It's
Are they
weird
engaged?
because she told a couple people, but it's like it hasn't blown up. There's been some posts that blow up, but it's not official. Bill has not confirmed that. Belichick. She's the one who has said it, so it's very confusing. Once again, she speaks the whole time.
It's so intriguing to me. It
really is.
I mean, it's not only that going like I don't want to hear about it. I go,
No.
I do. I want to hear more.
So they're engaged, but it's not official. And
She's saying that they're engaged.
Oh,
he has
she
not
is.
commented at all
that's
about
how
it.
that works, in my experience. But the but that's interesting. Well, I mean, congratulations to the young couple, the sort of young couple. One's young and one's not.
I really
young.
appreciate Brandon Riley sending me the text last night.
Yeah, I do. That is nice of him.
Just a screenshot at that. I think
you guys had lunch.
Yeah, it was incredible. He had a
Full of
burger. He
admiration.
had a burger and sweet potato fries.
What you have?
That's a good meal, right
I had
there.
the taco salad.
You went with taco salad at a pickleball place.
I get taco salad more than anybody in the country.
Do you
probably.
really?
That's my lead.
Taco salad.
Taco salad.
What
Yeah.
kind of dressing do you put on that?
Whatever they put on it. Somehow I convinced myself trying to keep it healthy. It's not. No.
Why would you say
it's
that?
bathed in
The dressing
and stuff. It's just not
cheese and sour cream.
It's not. But
it has the word salad attached
it has the
to
word
it, though.
salad, so right away
That's not that bad.
yeah. So it'd be like I need like a lasagna salad.
You're good.
How about that pizza salad, please? Can I have that?
Taco salad, yeah, that's something I don't do very often.
Well,
Or how about twice in my life?
This
How about
one
that,
was really good, but I prefer it at Big Red Kino because it comes in the taco bowl. This one
Okay.
did not come in a taco bowl.
Because then you get to eat a taco bowl.
Oh yeah, but the taco bowl is very intriguing to
The
me.
shell, yeah.
Anytime they bring food in a bowl that you can eat, is
Oh,
incredible.
God, you guys-
that's like clam chowder in a
on.
bread bowl.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you know what Perkins used to have? Then they ended it. When I was young, I mean, like young, 21, 22, and they had the Perkins out by the airport that was
Yep.
operational.
Oh yeah,
They had a seafood salad in a bread bowl, and I would
Yeah.
go there 4 times a week.
just
At Perkins, because the bread bowl
the bread bowl
was incredible.
needs to come back.
Yeah, the bread bowl was soft, and I mean, it was really tasty.
I went to this little bar restaurant in Boston when I was recruiting out there. So and I would always get the clam chowder in a bread bowl.
That was
perfect. Yeah, it was insane.
It's a
what that
perfect
was.
meal.
Yeah.
I thought the Perkins. I thought that Perkins seafood salad was about as good as it got
Yeah.
in life.
See, I'm Perkins. I've never
Oh,
eaten
yeah.
anything besides breakfast at Perkins before.
No,
you
they
actually
have-
got,
No,
you
they
got
had a
the
menu.
actual.
They had burgers and fries.
I knew that. I know anybody actually
This is
got that.
hey
though.
Jake.
That was-
This is nothing. I'm not foggy on it. I would literally do it 4 times a week. Now, and it was
I wasn't
always
pushing
good.
back on that. I was pushing back the fact that people actually get non-breakfast food at
Oh, they
Perkins.
have non-breakfast.
Yeah.
You get a burger.
I didn't know that. That was kind of like just, hey, we have it. You'll get pancakes instead, but
They have that Perkins now out on North 48th too.
27.
My bad. I get those mixed up.
What happened
Understand.
was like when I said, "Hey, where's that Mexican restaurant?" And you told me it's right there. You're right next to it. Just look to your right. Just look to your right. I'm looking to my right. There's not there. My bad. We're off. Yeah, we're off 24 blocks. We were off 24
Oh,
blocks.
That,
wasn't
no big
24.
whoop.
No big whoop. We were on the right side of O Street, and that was it.
That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by
That was
Newton's
good.
Lawn Care. Sign up for a fertilizer
Chat.
program this month. If your name is drawn on May 29th, 200% of your payment will go to support Cedars on Give to Lincoln Day. Call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297 for your quote. Last night, as we mentioned earlier, Nebraska baseball had to win to keep their season alive. They will play one more game regardless. Now it does matter. Here's what happened.
What a game.
Down 4-3 in
Jake
the
has it.
ninth.
In the night, down to 1 out, right?
2 outs.
No.
They have 1 out left. And here is what happened
Oh,
with 1 out to go.
Standing down there. And a drive to right. Pico to his right. Backs up and drops the ball. Here comes a tying run. And this game is alive. And so are the Cornhuskers.
right fielder drops the ball again. It was hit hard,
Right here.
but if you watch the replay, it is completely in his glove and just squirts out onto the ground. Nebraska baseball gets second life, tied up in the ninth. They don't score him.
He just dropped it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a Taylor. I mean, it was sort of a tough. Not really.
It was fully in his glove.
Well,
Yeah.
the only thing, and I went directly to Rudy on this because I was always an infielder, and Rudy's a baseball guy,
Catcher, right, Rudy?
So I went right to
no
Rudy.
DH.
Went
DH.
right to Rudy on this. When a ball it was somewhat of a line drive.
It was.
It wasn't just a rope.
It was not a.
But it was a line
wasn't
drive.
a pop
hard
line.
hit.
and it was right at you. That one is tougher.
Listen to you.
It is when the ball has
Why
hit
do you say
directly.
that?
If he had to go, first of all, that guy and was it right field?
Mhm.
He had made some remarkable plays throughout the game.
Mhm.
He made a couple
did.
remarkable plays throughout.
I think
the
in
game.
the 8th inning, he made a sliding catch.
He
right?
did.
Yeah, and so anyway, so it's hit right. But then if you stop and let's just say you tried out for the Reds, right? So when you tried out for the Reds, if one of the pro scouts hit you that ball and you dropped it, they wouldn't say, "I understand, I get it, it's a tough catch." They'd be like, "Just move over there, just go over there." It was a routine catch, and the announcer said something I thought was interesting that Rudy brought up too. Why not use two hands?
Right.
To have two, it's the last out of the game.
It's the last play of the game.
And he didn't have to really move. He had to move about
A little bit.
1 foot, 2 feet.
He could have used two hands.
Yeah, and the ball should have been caught. You probably catch that 99 out of 100.
I would think so.
Yeah, 99 out of 100 you catch that.
Now
ball.
they are a bad defensive team. That was their 87th error of the year. That's a lot of errors.
87.
And then they had a play at first base that was unbelievable, where no one covered first base on the bunt. It was just like all of a sudden the
Mass
first base
confusion.
was standing there, and the catcher, and then the pitcher has the ball going to throw it to first to get him out,
Nobody
and he's like,
there.
"Oh, my
Nobody
bad,
home.
my bad, no one's there."
That's hey, Bill. I mean,
Those haunt you.
I don't want to go into it too deep, but that's situational baseball. You covered a lot of situational football in your life, and just situation. This is a situation. I saw you do it one time in the end zone. This is live. This is live. You were going crazy. It was unbelievable. I was freaked out. I needed. It was like coffee to me. I was like, "Oh, I needed this."
That was your jolt.
Yeah, it was a joy. You're like, this is live. This is live. But I played baseball at a very high level.
Yes, right.
Those bunt situations, you work on them all the time. All the time. Because there's different situations.
There was
down third, down first, bump back to the pitcher.
Yeah.
You got to cover different bags.
The chance the coaches got together afterwards goes, "Have we worked on a bunt that is between
20
that somewhere's down the first baseline,
Thousands
somewhere
of
between 1,000 times, and they completely botched it.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, just completely botched it.
But anyway, Nebraska gets advances now. Now they'll play Oregon.
Hang on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They do not score again the ninth. It goes to extra innings. And this is how it ended, bottom of the 10th.
Thank you.
Career against Bolin, who lines it up the middle. That's a base hit. Sokolov to it. His throw to the plate is not in time. The repeat bid is still alive for the Huskers. Robbie Bolin walks it off in the 10th.
RBI single for Robbie Bolin. Yeah, as you heard, the Nebraska's game against Oregon now will matter on Friday at 6 p.m. If they win, they go on to the bracket of 4.
Not easy because they'll face Oregon's ace. Oregon's going to hold their ace. So they have to face back-to-back aces. That guy's name yesterday was Joseph.
Joseph something.
It's hard to pronounce, like Werza, something that starts with a D. But anyway, he was good.
His last pitch of the game, it was a 2-run. They scored, so it's 4-3. Case Anderson hit a 2-run single, I believe.
Correct.
That made
That's
it 4-3,
exactly
and
correct.
that's what gave Nebraska some life.
And that was close too, but except for what was on the line. But it's a Bill Buckner moment that you just for that young man. I feel bad for him. It never goes away. It never goes away. I mean, the bus ride home this morning, all of a sudden his eyes opened, and it was like, man,
it never does go away.
Yeah, it is not one that just. And now that's 8 versus 12 in pool play, so it's not going to garner a lot of attention across the country.
No.
Like it wasn't like Buckner, the ball goes between his legs.
No, but it's a moment.
It's a moment, and I did. My first thought was, I go, that poor guy.
Yeah, me too.
I did. I go, that is a horrific feeling to have that happen to
Listen,
you.
I don't like to personalize these things, but every time I go to Fremont, I think about it. I airmailed a ground ball with 2 outs in the 9th, bases loaded against Fremont, playing second base, routine grounder, game over. airmailed it to the first baseman. Steve Sachs did.
Yeah.
I'll never forget
Yeah.
as long as I live. Every time I go by that field, I'm like, oh God. And I'm 58.
There's losses I have in college football that I still think about almost daily.
That's
daily.
why you want it to be cloudy.
It just be cloudy.
It's depressive.
I just love. There's nothing but. I always
the
tell
cold in the clouds.
Laura, put on Simon and Garfunkel again.
Hello,
Darkness, my old friend.
On a loop, please.
On a loop, and I prefer to have the live version from
The park.
from the park from Central Park. Yes, it's incredible.
Did you like that one?
Oh yes.
Do you remember that concert? Better times. Remember it was live on TV?
We played that for Bill's Thrills once before.
Oh yeah.
Hey, do you remember watching on live TV?
I don't know if I remember live, but
It was live.
But I've watched. There's like what 300,000 people there.
Yeah. Jake,
Yeah.
it was live.
It's
a huge
Jake
deal.
watched it. It's incredible. It's like in the 70s, 700,000 people there.
Are you losing your patience?
No, I think that we had that for a Bill's Thrills.
We
once
did.
in the,
We
and
did have that.
It was fantastic.
Not sure why Jake yelled at me because I just said he was excited. It's the most excited I've ever seen because he was excited this morning, and I thought
I think it was the representation
I
of
thought it was-
myself.
I
I
thought
sound
it
like
was-
an idiot.
I was.
That's why. I was a fan of that.
Your heart rate was up, Jake.
It was up.
Your
I was
heart rate-
recording
heart
the
rate was
audio
up.
from the clip.
Heart rate was up.
Rudy had not seen it though. If Rudy had seen it, I wouldn't have been probably as excited. But I said, Rudy, you're a baseball guy. Watch this.
Plays at
Playing
Wesleyan.
this to me.
If you play
No,
at Wesleyan, is Nebraska your rival?
No.
No, he's shaking his
And
head.
then Jake looked at me and goes, "Have you seen this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I saw it last
Sometimes
night.
we don't, you know.
I was watching the game. That's what and right off the heel. Oh,
Yeah.
Out
Good
of-
for
in and out of
Nebraska.
the club.
yeah.
Well, it's good for Omaha because if Nebraska loses the game, yeah, they're playing against Oregon, but are there fans showing up for a game that means nothing?
No.
They win the game. Hey,
No, not a
congrats,
lot.
season's over.
Not a
Now,
lot.
Friday night
It's on.
might be a good sized crowd in Omaha for Nebraska,
Well, I
Oregon.
think there will
Omaha's
be.
very thankful for last night.
Can I hit on one more thing, Jake?
Please.
Before we out of time.
Go ahead.
Can I just please talk about this? It's like, okay, Big Ten, be better. Stop it.
What's wrong?
with this pool play crap. The SEC did double elimination. Guess how many teams they took? All of them. 16 teams got to go. Guess what? If you're a top 4 seed, double bye. Takes 3 games to win it. If you're the next 4, you have a bye. Takes 4 games to win it.
Okay.
Everybody else is alive. Wisconsin doesn't play baseball, right?
No, they don't.
So
That's it.
so one team doesn't make it instead of having 4 teams or whatever it is. 6 teams didn't make it here, right?
Yeah,
or
6
or
teams,
5
that's
teams,
right.
whatever it is.
Five,
didn't make it.
five.
5
teams.
didn't make it.
Right.
Just look at the brackets. I got a thing of beauty. It's
Oh,
real
yeah.
simple.
It's hard to
it-
defend this
It's
bracket.
just a double elimination. You don't have to have teams sitting around waiting, and their season is over. It's like Michigan State's over. They're going to wait probably 2 days. They're going to play with it
tomorrow.
They're playing Thursday.
Yeah, they
And
play tomorrow.
Just imagine right now. What are we doing here? Why are we still here?
I know.
Single
Their
elimination.
season is over.
Season's
16
over.
round, double buys. It's set up. It's a thing of beauty. And guess what? Not that hard. If they just gave it out and said, okay, would you 3 guys look at this real quick? So which one would you rather do? Would you rather do the pool play? And if you lose, then you're basically out.
Yeah.
You can't advance.
No, I get you. I get you.
No, this makes
Just
no
want to know how
sense.
long the situation took to even come to this decision. Like
It's
how
almost like
many
we're gonna,
people decided this?
this is almost like we're just going to do it different. We're just going to do it
Well,
different.
Now, I don't know. I've told you guys that there's various situations in your life you got to hear the other side. There might be some good reason for this. I doubt it, but you never know. We could have the tournament director sitting in this chair. He might lay it out. He might lay it out, and you guys might say,
I
"Okay,
think you
now I
have to have
understand."
elite teams like the SEC does, has more teams
Not-
where the extra game against somebody else might help you potentially get an at-large to the tournament.
I'd like to
That'd
hear
be-
the tournament director speak
Yes.
and lay it out. What the decision?
Would you listen
was.
or would you just criticize? The
No,
whole
I
time?
would listen. 100% listen. You have to.
I would listen with it, but the person would have to understand it better be good.
Yeah.
Because that is
Oh, I'm with
because
you.
you're getting attacked here.
don't
by
go
everybody.
Don't go with one else and it's very crystal clear why you want to do this.
Mm.
And be like,
No,
really?
no.
No,
Make it crystal
what
clear
you're
for me.
Yeah.
What you're suggesting is you'd be skeptical entering into this conversation. I would be too,
Yeah,
but I'd want to hear it.
Yeah, I've been. Someone has changed my mind.
Yeah.
Someone also it's like have a hard time though when it's like not across the board because nobody else is doing this. I don't think
I'd like to have Bill have his bracket say his SEC is doing this
this really weird
better.
thing.
Look at
Also,
5 games max.
and what they talk about protect the top 4 teams, right? So the top 4 teams, what's it take to win it in
SEC?
In the Big Ten? It takes 4 games.
4 games.
Right?
Yep.
Top 4 teams takes 3 games to win it. So it's even less on the wear and tear on your arms.
Just a huge L.
Yeah. So it just that again doesn't add up.
Huskers though win. They win 5-4. They'll play Oregon on Friday for a chance to advance to the semis of the tournament. When we come back, special guest Phil Ruhlman in studio next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Western Sand and Gravel is hiring for a variety of positions at their sand and gravel plants near Ashland. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Available positions include plant operators, dredge operators, and shop service technicians. They offer great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, paid holidays, and paid time off. No matter your experience level, on-the-job training is available to help you build a rewarding career with Western Sand and Gravel. Start your career today. Visit westernsand.com.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com. The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at copplecars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Segment 2 on Early Break, sponsored by our friends at Ruhlman Steakhouse.
Philman.
Just in between Lincoln and Omaha on Highway 6 in Ashland. And guess who is here on behalf of Ruhlman Steakhouse?
Texters, guess.
Texters? The answer is Phil Ruhlman himself. Phil, good morning. Good to see you so early.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
Are you a morning person?
Yes, I am. Always have been.
This is a go-getter.
So this was not a problem for you to whip down Highway 6?
No.
Is that what you did?
No. Well,
you see the way he looked at you?
I went over.
No.
I went over.
Really? No. He looked at you, looked at you like that. No.
Yeah. Here's the problem with Nebraska at this time of year. All farm vehicles have the right of way, and they're out there early also.
Okay.
So you're behind all the planners, all the really slow moving vehicles. If you're on Highway 6, you got to get over to the interstate.
You got to get over to the interstate.
Yeah.
That's the counsel.
Yeah.
The wise counsel of Phil Ruhlman.
You don't invent gallop and sleep in.
No,
you don't do that. You just don't do that.
Here.
Like, what Bill was number one reason why you know that you invented gallop? Well, I just slept till noon. Nope.
And you don't get held up by farm equipment.
No, farm equipment. Right away, first, what was it? Efficiency.
To the interstate we go.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we know
Ruhlman
Steakhouse has incredible steak options, fillets, ribeye, New York strip, sirloin, Chilean sea bass, of course, the walleye, a famous cookie skillet at this point.
Yeah,
flying
cookie
off the
sales.
shelves.
Cookie sales are way up since this show has been just telling people stop in, say you heard it on the ticket, and
it's free.
Get a great dessert. Free dessert. Free dessert.
Who does
Cookie
that?
sales are up. Overall sales down.
Who does that? Nobody. But
Gross and net is very much off center right now.
Well,
just saying that.
That's why Phil's here.
That's why Phil's here.
Well, we have enjoyed working with Ruhlman Steakhouse for several months, and that's why we have an exciting announcement regarding the show.
What do we got?
At Ruhlman Steakhouse.
What's going on?
Phil, would you like to announce what's happening at Ruhlman's with us?
We are going to do the ticket live. And the only way that you're going to be able to hear these three amazing sports celebrity entertainers is to come to Ruhlman Steakhouse, enjoy an incredible dinner and the show.
What?
And
This
we're
is the news you guys are keeping from me.
Yeah, we're going to limit the number of people. We're going to do it every month on a Wednesday night, one Wednesday night every single month. And we're going to limit it to 72 people in the room. That's the only way you're going to be able to hear Sip, Bill, and Jake. And we're going to serve you an incredible meal. You're going to get a prime rib dinner, baked potato, au jus, salad, dessert, 2 drink tickets.
2 drink tickets.
2 drink tickets. And we're going to, I'm hoping right here on the show that because it's only 72 people per night. And the very first one is June 25th.
Perfect.
6:30 to 8:30.
June
25th.
Write that down. You got to be there, Steve.
The first 72 people that get a reservation are in. Then we shut it down. Shut it down. Now it's $100, but that gets you, again, some appetizers early. Then it gets you a prime rib dinner with baked potato salad and dessert, and 2 drink tickets with Ruhlman Lager or the Ruhlman red or white wine. And then it gets you a ticket to the show. And you three are going to do a show, probably an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. After you visit with the crowd, take some pictures, work the room, have some nice dinner yourself.
Work the room.
Yeah.
Bill loves to work the room.
Have
be like the Rat Pack walking around.
And then
smoking a cigarette, having a martini, talking to the room.
That'd be fun.
Smoking's allowed.
Smoking's allowed.
Phil, this is amazing.
And then the show live. And every month. One Wednesday every month.
Here's the part that's the most amazing is the price. Phil went through it. Appetizers, the
Prime
salad, prime rib, dessert, and 2 drink tickets. Just so you know, just stop by and have just do it. I'm not gonna name the place. I was at a place the other day where I had to speak at an event a while back down in Omaha. I thought I got done. I go, I'm gonna have one drink and talk to everybody here. And I was staying there, so I didn't have to worry about that. It's like, no problem. It's $27.
Right.
For one.
No, I got you.
Yeah, $27 for one.
Yeah,
So he's into $50 right away. That's not even talking.
Wow.
This is incredible.
100's a steal.
That's a steal. When you priced it, you priced for
That's
success.
a steal.
Well, I want to pack the room. Now, the 3 of you could have packed it in.
No.
This is a Wednesday
Not
night.
Jake. Just kidding, Jake.
Sip could have. I could have.
Half the room, you know. I'll take. Boy.
Hey, Jake, could you please yell at him? All I said is you're excited
I'm not
about
yelling.
Nebraska won.
Yeah.
That's all I said. That's all I said.
You can yell at me, Jake.
No, it's okay.
Phil
Yeah.
Ruhlman is with us. He had a huge announcement.
Yeah. Now, so this is the first one's in June
Okay.
25th.
June 25th.
Then we go July 23rd. Now imagine August.
Oh, yeah, I'm imagining.
August 27th. What day is that? That's a Wednesday.
That's
What actual day of the month is that?
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Before the game.
The day
The
before
night
the game.
before
Night
the
of-
Nebraska.
Wow, Phil, you
Cincinnati
timed it
game.
out perfect.
And we're limited to 72 people. So you've got to go online to RuhlmanSteakhouse.com, get the phone number. Do you have that, Jake? Do you have that
I wrote
handy?
it down. Yeah, hang on
You
a
got
second.
that handy?
Hang on.
He's
Okay.
got it. He's got it.
I'll let
Also,
you give the phone number.
If you're a breaker out there, could you please start texting in just to kind of give us an early head count? We still have to reach out for the official phone call to get a hold of Ruhlman's. But if you're listening right now and you plan on being at one of these events, let us know.
Yeah, please.
The phone number is 402-780-8887. 402-780-8887 is how you call to get a reservation for our first show, July 25th, June 25th.
June 25th. Now, a lot of people, this is the way these reservations work.
Okay.
Especially when we do our buffets, like for Mother's Day, Easter. We're doing Father's Day this year. We're going to do the full buffet.
Why wouldn't you? The place is selling out, Phil.
When we do the buffet, we get 500 to 600 people. People
No
wait
big
to
whoop.
the last minute. Okay. I've got a lot of friends, especially people from this show. They call me at the last minute and they say, here's the deal, Phil. Really messed up.
Yeah.
I was supposed to get a table for 10. I forgot.
Yeah.
Can you squeeze me in?
Yeah, Phil.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I'd love to help people out. It doesn't work. For this, 72 people, the very first 72. So when people say, okay, when they call one of you and they go, okay, just give me an extra 2. No, I got room for 72 in the room. It's going to be beautiful. Everybody will have a view of the 3 of you, be able to listen, have a nice dinner. You guys will be able to walk around the room easily. The 73rd person, sign up for July.
I would love to hear this one. The number's at 71. Guy calls up. Me and my wife would like to be there.
Ooh.
Not a problem. Come on in, Todd. Tell your wife to stay home.
We'll take one. She's here or you're
We'll
here.
take one. We're
Choose
at
wisely.
72. We're at 72.
McSafety would like to be in, so he'll give you a call, or Ruhlman Steakhouse, or McSafety, call 402-780-8887.
Has McSafety reached out?
He just texted right now. McSafety. That's why I read his name. Garage Jeff says he wants to get a ticket for it as well.
Nice.
Garage Jeff. Mike.
Anyone else?
Mike wants in.
It's already filling up.
Wet Blanket. Yeah, Wet Blanket wants to be there.
Wait a second.
He's going to show his face.
And the blanket shows up. If this will be like We Are the World.
This is
I mean,
unbelievable.
if also there's a one-on-one when you and Wet Blanket together.
He's coming on the show.
Yeah.
He's coming on the show.
Up
If
on
he
the
does,
stage.
if he wants to, he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to. But Wet Blanket's going to be there.
He says he wants a ticket.
Wet Blanket has been someone who pokes at us
For years, plural.
And now he's going to be able to get a picture.
We
and a
welcome Wet Blanket.
conversation.
Yeah,
And a
we
conversation.
want Wet Blanket there bad.
He's got some pretty good takes usually.
He really does.
He's not off. He's
Yeah,
not off.
He keeps
Will,
us.
will there be a line? Will it be like a red velvet type of deal when you get to come into the room where everybody
Yes.
else says, hey, you guys stay out here by the ladder and stuff.
Yeah.
Now
we'll
the
be
other
checking
guys-
IDs.
Yeah, you checking IDs coming in.
If you got to be on the list, you can't just sneak in. You know, this
Will
isn't
there be
the old
some-
days in a movie theater.
will there be someone there? Will there be a clipboard?
Yes.
Will someone have a clipboard with the printed off names to check off?
Yes, 72 people. That's it.
72.
Now our room, I'm redoing it a little. It's a very nice room.
Okay.
You're not in the main steakhouse. You're in the building, but the room that we're putting together, they're all 8 tops. So all the breakers that show up will be with, unless you get a table of 8, you're going to be with other breakers. And so that's the way the room works. There's enough room for 72 people, plus the head table for the 3 of you. And I couldn't be more excited. I think that this thing throughout the year is going to get extremely popular and hard to get in.
Yes, get in early. I think because the football season is going to be tough to get in for sure.
Imagine some of the conversations we could have mid-season.
Oh,
the show could be yes.
Oh God, Phil, thank you for doing this. Thank you for allowing this to happen.
Well, I think we should fill it up today. I'm hoping
If
we get enough people
we
that
need
are
to
listening
fill it
right
up
now.
today. Anybody else texting in?
Well, yeah,
Check.
Sean can't go in June. He wants to go to the July show.
100, do it.
Brian wants to go. Twin Bing and his wife will be there.
The Bing.
But you can't just text. You gotta sign up. I don't take your submissions. You got to call.
Is there a phone number?
Yeah, the number once again, 402-780-8887 or RuhlmanSteakhouse.com.
So you can go to RuhlmanSteakhouse.com and sign up.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's important. That's
now,
what people do.
right now, right now, so that when you go there and you go to get a reservation, we're putting a tab on there just for the ticket live. However, for all of you, just leave the voicemail message.
At the number.
I answer all the voicemail every morning. I look at every one of them, and then I will write your name down, and we will call you back. And the first 72 on my list are in, and then we shut it down. And
we should have this done.
No
by noon today.
cancellations. No cancellations.
We should have this. We should have this done by noon today. I would think. I'm racking my brain about what we're going to talk about. There'll be a lot. A lot of stuff.
We'll be
going
fine.
on.
Go ahead.
Call or leave a voicemail for Ruhlman's at 402-780-8887. First 72 people will be at our June 25th party.
And if you want to book
party.
yourself for July, just go ahead and leave the message for we'd like to do the first 6 shows. That would be pretty cool if people said, listen, just put me down for the first 6.
Commit.
as well.
Question: there's pay now or night of? Question.
For this month,
For
it
June.
is pay the night of. From here on out, we're going from July on. It's going to be pay in advance.
Totally fair. I'm getting a lot of text messages, Phil, if it's okay. A lot of people were hoping that they would be able to get Keneally beef. Is that still possible?
Yeah, we are still
Okay. I've just got a
we're
lot of
still buying my
messages.
cousin's beef.
Okay, I want
Yeah.
to make sure.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
sent you a text message from Hyannis.
Yes, you did.
I
And
did.
a picture of the sign as you were
Yes,
going.
I
through.
stopped and took a picture and thought
God,
of
you do
Phil.
a good job with that.
And I alerted Hannah and her dad and mom that you were coming through. You were
Nice.
in the area.
In the area.
Yeah.
In the area.
Yeah.
So
They're up to 65,000 acres. I don't know if most people actually understand how much that
That's
is.
so much
You know,
land.
if you didn't grow, you
Yeah.
didn't grow up in the farmland or ranch land and
the
understand.
ranches I was on were there were 30,000 and 40,000 I was on out there, and just the one, I guess. I was only on the one ranch at 30,000. I thought that was astronomical in size when I saw this. Where's your land? Well, as far as you can see, basically. So now it's be as far as you can see times 2.
Yeah.
Wow. So the Keneally's have 65,000.
Because anyway, a lot of questions
So
were
much
coming
land.
in. They wanted the Keneally beef.
Do not delay. If you're thinking about going, please call 402-780-8887 or RuhlmanSteakhouse.com. If you delay, you probably won't get in.
You won't get in. And I will be the one calling you back and making sure
You get to
that,
talk to Phil, guys, live.
Yeah, that we get this thing booked right. You know, if come yourself, come as one person, come as a group, come as a couple. But when you think about it, 72, do the math. That's only 36 couples. Boom. I'm surprised we haven't sold it out already.
That's unbelievable.
The calls are coming, Phil.
Talk about networking too. The people you're going to meet now, all of a sudden it's going to be a new, and it's all for one reason. Phil.
Yeah. And if you want to come early, we open at 4:00.
It's food.
Come early.
Food.
Come early. Visit the bar. Walk around. Have a drink, and get ready to come in for dinner. But show up at 4:00 if you want to show up.
More questions coming in. Will you be available for photo ops?
I am going to be there every show.
Okay.
I'm not going to miss this.
Okay.
I've got a chair in the corner. I'm not one of the 72, but I'll be working the room.
I think you own the place, Phil. You get to be one of the extras.
Do what you want.
Do what you want. That's exactly right.
Will
there be any other Ruhlman brothers there?
Only if they buy a ticket.
Oh, come on.
You let one of the brothers in the corner.
He is Phil Ruhlman of Ruhlman Steakhouse.
Wow,
Phil,
that's
thank you.
incredible.
We're
Wow.
excited
You
for
can
this.
stick around if you want.
Yeah.
Jake. We have the mailbag next.
Phil, what would you do here?
It's up to you, Phil. Stick around or not. Regardless,
I've got to get to work today.
Okay. You got to get back down
So-
down Highway 6. There's farm equipment.
That's a
Jake,
big day.
he handles stuff.
He
really
does.
well.
Phil, thank you.
Thank you.
Mailbag and song of the day is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Welcome summer with Red, White, and Barbecue. Hog Wild will be open this Memorial Day from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., serving up our award-winning barbecue. Pick up a slab of slow-smoked ribs or a family pack loaded with your favorite choice of meats and sides, complete with buns and our famous barbecue sauce. Enjoy the holiday with family and friends and let Hog Wild do the cooking. Order online at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8. Make sure you tune in every Saturday from 11 to 12 for all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman. Learn how the game of youth football has grown in and around the capital city with coaches, athletic directors, and league commissioners telling you all about it. It's all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman every Saturday from 11 to noon right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks. And grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett.
Staying healthy and comfortable starts with the air you breathe. If you're noticing more dust, odors, or allergies, it could be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Pure Air starts with cleaner air ducts, pair with enhanced filtration and purifications options, and the difference is amazing. When the air you breathe is clean and fresh, your home smells fresher and your family is healthier. Time for cleaner air in your home? Call Bryant for a free estimate. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Day from 1974. Stop and smell the roses. Mac Davis, 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Country Song of the Day.
Your turn, William.
Might be the best selection ever
Whoa.
of questionable song of the day, because it's just a unique pick for unique.
What? Yeah.
The most
Agreed.
unique pick that he's ever had, ever.
One of them.
Yes. Mac Davis, I can see him. Curly hair.
Yeah.
Curly hair.
Really curly.
Really curly
Tight
hair.
curls.
Yes. Big hair. Big hair. Oh. So the chance of he said, hey, listen, name off 400 singers from the 70s, it might be Mac Davis, probably doesn't make the list.
It might not.
Might not make the list.
Low.
But when you said Mac Davis, I'm like, hold it. Intrigued. Remember what he looked like. Remember a few of his. And then Jake pulls this one out. So the song's probably in the 7-9 to 8-1s, and I'm going to go 9-0-0-1 just because of Mac Davis, and then that Jake selected this incredible song. And in 1974, what was it, Steve?
Better Time.
Yeah, no kidding. Imagine hearing that song driving to work. Hang on, things are a little rough right there. Yeah,
Stop and Smell the Roses.
yeah. Get a Marlboro out, roll the window down.
I guarantee you, Mac Davis smoked some Marlboro.
Guarantee it, 100%.
He had kind of leathery skin.
Yeah,
he did. Hey, that was right after Phil Ruhlman too.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know how this happens. Jake brought in Phil Ruhlman for an event, and Phil was incredible. And then he went with Mac Davis, Stop and Smell the Roses. Guys, here's what we're going to do.
Thank you for identifying that.
When we're done with this last section, we're going to sign off. And this is it for the
day. We're not signing off.
Should we not sign
We're
off?
here for the duration.
Because we can't top this. No matter what happens, the show we've hit the pinnacle, and it's going to nosedive from here on out.
There is some magic that happened though. Phil Ruhlman was here. But by the way, Phil, very authoritative figure.
Yes.
I mean, this was
number 73. No. I'll be in the room.
What
about your brother? No.
Sign up next month. Sorry.
Phil came here and laid down the law.
Yes.
And we're going to have an event. And then Jake played this song, which I don't know, Jake. I'm like, I just can't say much more than what Bill said. It's a very surprising, very interesting song. Very interesting song.
Questionable.
There's a symphony. When there's a song that's accompanied by a symphony, that's amazing. There was, violins.
Can you imagine if you're driving and you're angry coming down 6 because you're behind a 16-row planner? I gotta get going.
I'm busy.
Then all of a sudden you hear this.
Stop and smell the roses.
No, it's like, hang on, time out. I'm just on Highway 6 driving. I'm fine. Imagine your boss freaking out. No, I was behind a 16-row planner, so I'm a little bit late. But just stop and smell
I guarantee you, Phil. Phil stops and smells the roses.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop and smell the roses at Ruhlman's. That's gonna be fun, by the way. So sign up, please. Jake. Yeah, hi. Like I'm in the Bill range. The symphony gets me on that song.
The symphony. Thank you, Steve.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, and the words. I think he said you could hear the word of God coming from bumblebees.
I heard the word of God at some point. I didn't hear the bumblebees part, but I
need to get into that world. Let's see, 9.117. Yes.
Hey, ratings here. YouTube first, then we'll get to the text line. Troy 4.5, Chris 2.3,
Come on, guys.
Al 4, Nelson Montana 5.
Come on, guys.
Brad 3.3, Albert 5. Low scores so far.
Heyman 5.0.
Yeah.
Heyman,
come on, be better. Rick, be better.
Ryan in California 7.1. Now that's better. Fritz in Lincoln 8.4. Houston 3.4. Brett and Bertrand 2. Lyle in Omaha 6.5. Casey and Stewart 4.7.
Underwhelming.
Columbus, 1. 1 from Bird.
Underwhelming.
It's Mac
scores.
Davis with an orchestra.
Guys, what about Phil? He was just here.
He was.
It's almost like you gave Phil a 1, Bird.
Someone says that is the worst song I have ever heard. 0.
No, it's
I don't know if I believe that.
No.
I can't even read what Derek texted in Ellie's dad. I can't even read it on air.
You can't?
We'll get it off air.
You can't?
It wasn't really positive about the song.
Oh.
Jennifer 6.9, hubby 6. By the way, they will be at they said they'll be at the show.
Good.
Nice.
They're awesome.
Yes.
Brad and Jennifer.
Yes.
That will be incredible.
Jake in Utica 3.
Will Jake be at the show from Utica?
I don't know, but C Munden says -10.
Okay, what's going on? What am I missing here, Jake?
I don't know. They're not in as good a mood as you guys are, apparently.
I'm not in that great a mood.
What's that? I pictured Mac Brown smoking a cigarette, singing that song.
Leathery skin.
Yeah.
Tan.
With the huge fro.
Blue shirt.
Yes.
Mac Davis 8.8. There he goes. Better. Beef tacos 6.8. Never heard the song. Liked it though.
Yeah. Beef taco.
Sean and DeWitt 5.7. Sebastian 10. Hey, we got a 10 from Sebastian, so we'll take that. Not very high scores for Mac Davis, but song of the day, Stop and Smell the Roses from 1974. Mac Davis.
Can I ask a question?
Please do.
And I think I asked this for Bill too. What inspired that?
Yeah, that's a great one.
What?
That was not a song I really knew that well. Just I did some research, liked the sound of it, went with it.
Did some research.
Did some research. Yeah, just checking out some songs. I'm trying to learn some new songs myself. What? I'm trying to learn some songs. So
I don't get the research.
What'd you type in?
Yeah.
I
typed in
roses.
Yeah, what'd you type in?
Some 70s
70s gold
country. Basically.
Just type in next time 70s country gold.
Yes.
And see what comes up.
Before that was in the top 100 songs of the decade apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. Some songs I don't like, and I don't play them. So that's why I don't play songs I don't like. Yeah. All right, it is time, without further ado, for the mailbag.
The bag.
Here we go. The 3 words you don't want to hear in IT are what, Bill?
I've been hacked.
Oh, no.
You won't get hacked if you talk to our friends at Applied Connective Technologies in all 93 counties of the state. Free consultation at appliedconnective.com. They manage all things IT and cybersecurity. One-stop shop.
Just imagine all of a sudden, we walk in here early in the morning.
Yeah.
And Jake's like, we're under, there's a ransom
We have
out.
a problem.
We have a ransom out that we someone
ransom.
Someone's taken over our account and they want money for it. And how do you stop that from happening?
Will
from Fullerton will get that done. Will anyone from Apply Connect be representing at Ruhlman Steakhouse?
Please
chime in.
Let us know if we have anybody that will be doing that. That'd be great.
We'd love to see Will with some of your workers and spouses if you have them. That'd be great.
If you don't, call somebody.
Work
on your relationships.
We go to the bag. Wyatt, it says in 2018, long time ago, Jake made cut-ups from audio of the broadcast for Husker football games. It was the opening intro and what got me hooked on the show. Just curious if Nebraska has a good or great season. Will the cut-ups come back to the show? Yes. They missed a bowl game for 7 straight years. It wasn't fun doing negative opens every day. So if they have a good year, I'll bring that back. Yes. But if it's always about losing and pain, that gets old pretty quickly. So that's why I stopped doing that for years.
Okay. It's a great question.
That'd be horrible if you led into the show. And the kick from Iowa,
right?
Good.
Did people want that? Like, maybe once in a while, but all the time? No, that was painful.
He'll bring that back. That'll come back this year. We'll have a great season.
Good question, though.
Yeah, good question.
Okay,
Thank
here's
you.
Anthony in Sabetha, Kansas, age 40.
Sabetha
says, "Good morning, Stoolers." Once. But he said Stoolers.
That's a new one. I like it.
He says, once you get done shopping and have your purchase items in your vehicle, what do you do with the shopping cart? A, prop the front wheel of the cart on the curb in the grass so it doesn't roll around. B, leave your cart unhinged and unbridled so it can look for a vehicle to hit. Or C, return your cart to the cart corral.
Cart corral.
Or a cart return like a decent human being.
Cart corral every time.
Cart corral, there's a really good chance if there's a wayward cart that I'll also man that one. I will bring that one back in.
I can't say that I do that, but
it's happened before. No, if there anyone, that's me. I don't litter and I don't leave my cart just rain. But when I see them, sometimes when you go to pull into a stall and you can't because someone has left their cart there, I'm like, really?
Why?
Yeah. Well,
why do you do that?
Now, don't.
Can you make?
I can't be judgmental.
I'm judging.
That's
I'm
crap.
judging. You want to get judged? Try me. Yeah, I'm being judgmental on someone.
Try to defend somebody leaving a cart.
Oh, I'm not trying to defend.
When there's corrals everywhere.
This isn't like 1964. You got to take the cart all the way back to the store.
Right. If they're outside.
They have spots no matter where you park at Walmart, Hy-Vee, Target. There's a place within 9 seconds tops to get to. I mean,
20 yards.
Yes,
20 yards.
I can't also imagine propping the wheel in the grass so it doesn't roll. Like, okay, it's not in a parking spot, but
just take a hard look when you're around. There's carts everywhere.
There's carts. It's
mayhem.
Fun though to push to stand at the front of the cart corral and whip it in there.
Yeah,
just hammer it in there. It is. I did.
Oh, I tell you one thing: the less appreciated. I love the young men and women that go out and bring the carts back.
You'll see a young guy with like 30
carts,
and he's like,
they're out in the rain sometimes, out in the cold.
He had this apparatus and he was tied to the back and he was pulling it.
Ooh.
And it was like, but when I see those people, I'm like, oh, I love those guys.
Yeah, 30. Hey, 30 might be a little much. I don't know if you can do 30, but you can probably do 12. 12
I've
to
seen
15.
a lot, Zach.
Yeah.
Someone says they definitely do judge people that leave their cards. It's fine to judge people that leave their cards. That is a shameful thing to do.
There's a chance I say something.
I don't do it. I'm not sure I've ever left it.
I never have. There's never been a time like, hey, we're in a hurry. Sorry, man.
No.
I once again not in
to put the card away.
I'm not,
5 second
I'm not a heart surgeon on call.
No.
So
right.
the chance of me that if I'm at Walmart or Target or Hy-Vee or whatever, I have enough time. I have an extra 20 seconds to somehow get my life together.
Do that thing I told you. Stand at the front of it and whip it in there.
Yeah.
Up next, Michael says, good morning from Huntsville, Alabama. We left Hawaii. I'll be in Alabama for a few months before we go to Oklahoma. What is your favorite song from the band Alabama?
I don't know. Katrinka, weigh in, please.
Song of the South
Katrinka, you're
is a
listening.
good one.
No, what's the one? Hang on.
Song of the South is
hang
good.
on. I got to pull them up.
Yeah, we got to pull
That's a
them
good
up.
question.
They have so many good songs.
God damn, how old is
Him
Michael?
just-
He can't be
He's
that
gotta
old.
be. I know you met him before in Hawaii.
Yeah,
You
he's
saw
probably
him.
your age, Jake. My guess he's your age.
I mean, they got if you want to play in Texas, you got to have a fiddle in the band.
Song of the South's a good one.
Song of the South is really good.
Sweet potato pie and shut my mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or shut your mouth. I don't know which.
What they got, like a 18-wheeler?
Oh, roll on 18
Yeah, roll
wheeler.
on 18
on.
wheeler. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Alabama songs. Here we go.
No, mine's easy. Mountain music.
That's
okay.
Play
Mountain-
me some
mountain
mountain music.
music.
Yes.
Oh, how about
Like
Dixieland?
Grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Or is that Dixieland Delight?
Yeah.
That's a different song.
Is that a different song?
Different
Dixieland
song.
Delight, really good. So back in our day, Jake,
Alabama song.
Alabama was big. In our era, wasn't it, Jake? I mean, Steve.
They're really
It was
good.
big.
They were big.
It was
Alabama.
huge.
Everyone had an Alabama 8-track / cassette. Even those
It was
like,
huge.
I don't listen to country. They listen to Alabama.
They were huge.
Yeah.
They were a spell. There was a spell where they were huge. And
Yeah.
Michael just texted in. He's your age.
34.
Yeah. Hello, Michael. He is Jake's age.
Well,
Yes.
Alabama has many good options for best
Yes.
songs. Gator on the text line says, when you do your daily walks, do you have headphones or no headphones? If yes, what do you listen to?
No,
What's
I
you guys with the walks with the dogs? What do you?
I don't do headphones.
1 out of 20 headphones. Other than that, no. You know why? I talk to Sugar.
Yeah.
I talk to my
I
dog.
don't want to be
when I
shut
walk.
off from Bullet.
Yeah, I don't either at that. So I'd say 1 out of 20. I'll throw my headphones on for something. Usually I'll tell you what it is. Usually I listen to a show on Sunday morning, like a podcast. And so if it's a Sunday morning walk, that is when I'll usually have it on.
I don't have headphones
So-
even, so it's not.
You don't own
You don't
headphones?
have headphones?
Just the ones I plug into my recorder for job stuff. That's it. No, I don't. No.
And
Why do you look at me like
I
that?
think
and
that's a
Steve,
little
and
odd.
Steve will tell you this because if you don't, when you talk to your dog when you're walking, there's times like that, like Bull will do it and Sugar does that. She turns around and looks back to see if you're there, and then the dog smiles at you, and then it's an incredible feeling. And all of a sudden she looks back and like gives you a smile, like don't need to, and smiles at you, and you're just like, this is awesome. And I talked to her the whole time.
Yeah. I just laugh. At
What
Bullet.
do you talk to her about? Like, what's your conversation? I gotta know what the
I don't know,
conversations are.
This a lot. This,
It's not really.
the
You don't have a back and forth.
not a real back.
Probably, yeah.
I'm never like going like, Bullet, things aren't. I mean, not Bullet. Sugar, things aren't going good today. Or is it? No, it's like that.
It's just
no, it's
just
wrong.
complaining to Sugar.
If we hear,
She's your therapist.
so you'll all of a sudden be like, a dog will be behind the fence. I'm like always like, it's okay, we're good, just a dog, just another dog, everything's fine.
Ooh, definitely have that conversation.
Have the conversation with our dog, and someone's coming up on us or whatever. Hey, we're fine, we got this.
Yeah, sometimes just something will blow, and I'll be like, "Oh, it's just a stick."
Yeah. Just a leaf, just a
yeah,
leaf.
right.
So the leaf could all of a sudden. Yeah.
Well, we just got text from Joe and Boulder and on YouTube from Trent saying they're both right now taking a walk with their headphones in to listen to the show.
That's
Wow.
Both two
thank
different
you.
people, Trent and Joe and Boulder. Listen,
I
want to
would-
walk right now with their headphones and
No.
listening to the show.
Now,
Joe and Boulder.
I'm going to go back on this. When I walk, Sugar basically said, it's never headphones. If I do something, if I'm going for a walk just myself, then I go headphones.
Headphones.
And I have headphones on. Yeah. So yeah, there's two different versions of my life.
Joe and Boulder, it would be a great candidate to come to Ruhlman.
Yeah, Ruhlman. So
Make
you
the
come
drive,
in.
Joe. Come on.
Anyone else, text in who will be there. We kind of need to get this.
Joe,
thing.
I'll do this. You've purchased things for us over the years. I will buy your $100.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I will pay.
How about that?
Yes, I will pay for it. Joe's got us so much stuff. It's the least.
He's
I
got
can
his
do.
beer. He's got his different
Yeah.
spirits. Yeah, he's loaded us up. Gave me golf balls before.
Spirits.
Golf balls.
I love that. Give me
Also,
spirits.
Greg in South Carolina. I'll handle yours too. That's it though.
Greg in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, Myrtle
Greg, please make an appearance. never seen Greg.
I think I've seen him.
I can't believe that we're going to meet the blanket.
We're going to meet Wet
WP.
Blanket. Can't pay for. Maybe you could pay for Wet Blanket. No, I'd love to meet Wet Blanket. God, Wet Blanket's been part of our show forever. Ever.
Always.
Maybe we can build a breaker through this. Maybe somebody come to the event that has no idea we even have a show.
We need to continue to build breakers.
Is there anyone out there that could bring someone that's a non-listener to see if maybe they would want to
Sell them
buy
on the
it?
prime rib dinner and say, hey, there's a show also. Maybe you'll like the show.
I'm telling you, at that price, people right away you might say, $100 a whole.
Oh, that's a
steal. 2 drink tickets,
Prime rib,
appetizers,
baked potato, and dessert.
And dessert.
And appetizer.
I'm telling you right now, if you did that, your price is over that. If you just went into almost any place there is and have that meal, it's more than that.
I mean, it's almost like just buy the meal. I mean, we'll be there. You don't even have to deal with us if you don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a $100 deal.
You could put earplugs in.
Headhunter just made reservations for 2 for the show.
The
right
Headhunter.
now. Headhunter.
Headhunter. Thank you. Trent, have a good walk.
Phil,
And show.
If you're listening, can you get an end piece? I like an end piece. I get prime rib, I always get the end piece.
Is that right? Is that right?
It's got more seasoning. That's what I like about it, yeah.
That is the Mailbag, sponsored by Applied Connective Technologies. Hour 2 next. Early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Have an anniversary coming up? I've got you covered. Celebrate your love with the timeless elegance of jewelry. This anniversary, give the gift of sapphires, emeralds, rubies, or gold. Find the perfect piece that reflects the beauty and depth of your commitment. Whether it's your first anniversary or your 50th, surprise your loved one with a gem as beautiful and rare as she is. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through May 25th, enjoy all-natural whole bone-in pork butt for $1.49 per pound. Buy 5, get 5 free on brat patties. 10-pound tubes of 85% ground beef, just $2.88 per pound when you buy $100 in meat and groceries. And 6-ounce USDA Choice bacon-wrapped filet mignon, $9.99 each. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a 4-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats like Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Call or text us at 402-464-5685 with questions, or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Registration goes through May 30th.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at 70th and Pioneers. And what's going on today with Shin Daddy in Creighton, Bill?
Shops open. Hearts are open. It's Woe Is Me Wednesday. Woe Is Me Wednesday. If you have something going on inside, something you need to talk about, got that? Shin Daddy's going to handle that one-on-one.
Is he really?
You stop in for
therapy?
Therapy. Woe Is Me Wednesday. It's more than just therapy. Just thoughts, ideas, how to get out of a funk is the main thing. Sometimes you get in yourself a little bit of a funk like that. So Woe Is Me Wednesday. Come in, share some things that are going on that we got to build. That is what's going on with me right now. Then Shin Daddy helps with a little bit of burst of hope and energy from him. So it's just so when they leave the bank, everyone's happy.
So you go in his office?
Goes to his office, like
shuts
that.
the door.
Shuts the door. Hey, woe is me. What's going on? This happened to me last night.
Could be a variety of matters.
Could be a variety of things like that. He's not delving into relationships.
Why?
He's not doing relationship stuff. He's just delving into and this is much more would be like job oriented / financial / woe
family stuff, maybe
some family stuff, maybe. And Steve handles it on complete, at that. It doesn't go any further when you go into Steve. Confidentiality at the highest of levels, and you know that from Shin Daddy. Remember that one time you said for every dad met him yet, but you met him at the wedding.
At the wedding, we made that very clear. You talked to him.
You talked to him
at length.
But I do remember meeting him at the bar. In Havelock.
And would you not like to? Would you anyone you'd rather talk to about a situation?
Nope. I mean, it was. I told Shindy, I'm sure he was very uncomfortable. I said I can't even believe I'm standing in front of you right now. Because
But
you're
he
like
has
a mythical figure.
But he's
here
welcoming.
you are.
But he's welcoming.
Shindy?
Yeah.
He's really welcoming.
That's why he does well. That's what he does. Woe is me Wednesday.
All right. He's
Stop
really,
and have a-
honestly, he is a guy.
It could
you
be the
talk to.
smallest of things.
Yeah.
It could be the smallest of things.
Shindy he does have that aura of a guy you could talk to.
The only way you have someone that can help you with woe is me is time. Because it doesn't like that. If you talk to someone who's like 22, hey, help me out with this. Well, I have no life experiences, so I'm not really sure what to tell you.
Good point.
He's full of life experiences.
Yeah.
And be able to help things out. So he's got his own little office open today, and obviously banking is as normal.
Is it?
As normal.
He's got a good staff.
Very
there.
heavy day for Shin Daddy.
It's a heavy day, but he leaves very, very motivated and happy because he's part of something. Because everybody has something, don't they? Like right now,
It's true.
Everybody right now is driving around or listening to this. He goes, you know what? I wouldn't mind spending 3 or 4 minutes with Shin Daddy today.
God, between Shin Daddy and Dr. Love.
Speaking
a
of
lot
that,
a lot of help.
somebody Joel in Wisconsin just texted. It's like Shin Daddy is smart to leave the relationship stuff to Dr. Love. May make for
that's-
uncomfortable family get-togethers here.
That's why you said no relationship stuff, because you have cornered the
That's
market.
Dr. Love.
Corner the market. It's a monopoly. No.
Dr. Love will be Friday at 7:35.
That's right.
Yes. 7:35, Dr. Love. So
Have
if
your
you-
text message.
Yeah, if you
Yes.
guys are
I already had 2 texts today for Dr. Love on the show.
On
Earlier.
Wednesday.
Or we got,
All right.
yeah, we
Getting the
got
jump
2
on
Wednesday
things.
texts for Dr.
Is there
Love.
anybody else who would like to come to the show at Phil Ruhlman's?
Yes. Dr. Love will be there, by the way.
Yeah, if you want to go to the show at Ruhlman's,
Maybe we take one relationship question.
We can.
We could maybe take
It's
one.
our show. We'll do
It's
what we
our
want
show.
to do that
We
day.
do what we want to do this. So Dr. Love might make an appearance.
Why wouldn't we take a question at Ruhlman's?
Wouldn't be maybe a bad thought.
We'll take all sorts of questions.
Or if someone just wants to corner you at Ruhlman's.
Corner.
Important question from Cassie. Does Shin Daddy do Zoom calls or is it strictly in person?
He'll do a Zoom call. Thank you, Kathy.
Good question,
He would do that. Yes, just hang on. I'll get the number for the bank. Well, on the next section, I'll give you the bank number to reach out to Steve.
Beef Tacos, by the way, said he's going to try to make it with his wife to Ruhlman's for
Beef
our
taco?
event.
Hold
Beef tacos.
If Wet Blanket and Beef Taco are at the same event.
No. I'm not joking.
It's about worlds colliding last week. Worlds majorly colliding.
Will and then Applied Connects come rolling in the door. Can you imagine that one?
Yeah. And now listen, it is amazing when that happens. When you put the Beef Taco moniker with a face, that'll freak you out.
That will.
Wet Blanket. I can't even. I have all these images of what over the years of what I think he might look like.
I also would like to kind of have someone arrange it. So like I'm like kind of back to back with Wet Blanket, and it's like, and we turn around at the same time. I want at the same time we turn around. It's like they get this. Okay, here it is. I don't want someone to say,
"Oh,
hey, see that guy over there getting an old fashioned? That's the blanket."
No.
And I don't want that. No, I don't want that. I want to be like, okay,
Wet Blanket. I get.
Has anyone seen
you
that?
want an unveiling of
Yes,
Wet Blanket?
Exactly. That's what I'd like to have. Lauren Swigert, have you gotten your tickets yet?
Yeah.
Leading tackler of Norfolk. It'd be nice to have you and Nicole
Hey,
there.
and by the way, you guys mentioned something. Okay, I know I do a lot of stuff that's obnoxious. I get it. I can't even help myself. I'll get Missing Tooth Greg's ticket too. So I'm
So you're
in
getting
for
2
3.
tickets now. Or 3 tickets.
Yeah, I'm in for
I
3.
think me and Jake will help with Missing Tooth.
We can help with Missing Tooth Greg.
But I don't want him to feel left out. He's done so much for us. So
well, time out. Time out. Here's the one that's really rough about getting thunder taken away. Off air, I go, hey, I'll get Greg's.
Well, I don't want. I just
remember me saying,
but
that.
I wanted to say it on air because he's listening.
I go, nobody does more for us than Missing Tooth Greg. So I go, we'll handle it.
I'm not stealing your thunder. I just wanted to say it on air because he's listening.
Yeah.
So
Just
I got
just stay away
3.
from meteorology, though, Greg. Stay away from meteorology. Keep helping us out.
That's a touchy subject too.
Well, he's been way off.
Well, it's touchy
Been way
because
off,
that's
looks
on air.
like rain, Greg. Oh no, 72 and sunny. You haven't even been close.
There's a touchy subject.
Just saw this yesterday from
you
The
were
Athletic.
excited about this.
Well, it's May. We like lists. We not like rankings. Bruce Feldman of now of The Athletic was.
Oh, I love
I
Feldman.
didn't know he was at The Athletic. I didn't know.
I did
he
not
was there
know
yet.
that.
Did not know he moved to The Athletic, but he was talking to a variety of coaches, TV analysts, and scouts over a couple week stretch to try to rank the top players in college football since 2000. And Ndamukong Suh, number 3 on this list. Number 3, Ndamukong Suh, Heisman Trophy finalist. Ndamukong Suh is a defensive lineman. No big deal.
Should have won it.
It's really a daunting challenge to do this.
This is
list.
very difficult.
Cam Newton, number 1. What did you think? I thought Cam Newton, number 1, was a very interesting pick.
I don't know. It's real simple on several of these. You can make a strong argument why he was one. You probably make an argument with maybe why was he not just top 5. But I mean, but no matter what, I mean, his 100. Year that he had was
2010
was remarkable. It was absolutely mind blowing. Is what it was.
Well, and I'm fine with him one.
Yes,
because to me he would take over games, and he was a force. He's a big, I like big quarterbacks.
And touch the ball every snap.
Yeah. Newton, I was fine with Newton.
Who was 2?
One.
Number 2 is Reggie Bush. I have no problem with that either. And Reggie Bush was so fun to watch at USC.
So dynamic.
And
and
forceful.
Forceful.
I'm looking for forceful guys that took over Saturdays, and these guys did sue for God. I mean,
think about that. Just imagine you're trying to defend him in high school. You're going to go, are going to play helix high. They're kind of running a wing tee. Who's their quarterback? Alex Smith. Who's their running back? Reggie Bush. Jeez.
Good luck.
Imagine. I want you to just think about that one. Just think about that one.
You got
that would be
80-pound
defensive. Be like a Millard North. Like, who's your quarterback? Crouch. Who's your running back? Rozier. I mean,
one player went first overall, the other went second overall in different drafts.
Well,
no big deal.
There was back to back, and it was upsetting to Helix High School, which I agree, because everyone thought Reggie maybe won.
They took Mario Williams went first instead to Houston.
Yep. So imagine the fact that your high school, Helix High School. Have you heard a lot about Helix High School?
No,
you haven't.
Where is that?
What's that? San Diego.
Where in San Diego?
Oh, right by San Diego State is where it's very close. So it's very south.
Okay.
Yes.
So
just below the 8, I believe. Yes.
This is the rankings of the players per Bruce Feldman. 1, Cam Newton. 2, this is again since 2000.
Yes.
Cam Newton 1, Reggie Bush 2, and Ndamukong Suh 3. Joe Burrow 4, LSU. Lamar Jackson 5.
Okay.
Ed Reed at Miami is 6.
Okay.
7, Vince Young at Texas. 8, Tim Tebow. 9, Travis Hunter. Any issues with that?
Okay. Not really. I didn't hear more, but no.
Okay.
You always have an argument one way or the other.
Okay. 10, Terrell Suggs, Arizona State. 11, Larry Fitzgerald at Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
Number 12, Andrew Luck.
High.
Well, he was really good.
I don't know.
Devonta Smith.
You don't like him? You don't like him?
No, I like him. I like him maybe a little lower.
No, I like where you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're pushing on Smith.
No, I think it's a little lower.
Yeah.
Okay. Devontae Smith, 13. Baker Mayfield, 14.
Baker.
He was pretty phenomenal in college.
Marcus
Heisman Trophy winner.
Marcus Mariota, 15. Chase Young at Ohio State, 16.
Chase Young.
Now, he was really good.
That's still.
They're all really good.
They are really good.
I know.
The last 25 years,
Chase Young,
he's a pretty good player.
Chase Young was a second overall pick, I believe.
Yeah.
To the
I wouldn't have him probably quite as high.
17, Christian McCaffrey.
Higher. I'd go higher.
18, Roy Williams at Oklahoma.
Okay.
He
was right on the cusp. He must have been 2000.
Yeah. He was like 2001.
He's right there. Then Rocky Calamus, was he in that? Right.
Yeah.
He was
Rocky Calamus.
He was really good. 19, Julius Peppers. 20, Aaron Donald. 21, Jaden Daniels, LSU. 22, Sean Taylor, the safety from Miami. 23, Brock Bowers from Georgia. 24, Tyrann Mathieu from LSU. And 25, a guard, Quentin Nelson, Notre Dame. That's your top 25 players.
So only one O lineman?
One O lineman.
One O
Just
lineman?
at 25, Quentin Nelson.
Very surprised that's not a left tackle or a center.
One O lineman?
And then when the top 25 and it's a guard is odd, because just but
there's no egregious
right?
ones in there. I mean,
yeah, it's
Sue
not
and
an
Donald.
egregious.
Sue and Donald. I'm surprised there wasn't a few more D linemen, because there's some guys.
Terrell Suggs.
I love that one.
Is he a lineman?
Yeah.
You just can't rush.
I say he's more of a DN. So I'm looking for internal, because internal guys. You just think what Sue did, from his position that he was pretty incredible. But just think of that, he was third, and so how many of those you can make an argument for being one?
Okay,
but Sue could easily have been one. Easily could have been one.
I don't know who else.
Couldn't you push Joe Burrow for one?
Yes.
If you went, yes. I mean, he had the best.
Yes.
He had one season that was the best in the history of college football.
Yeah, so that's why you could.
Yeah, you could.
Reggie Bush, you could definitely make that case.
Yeah. So it's usually probably top 5 or 6. You can make a push for being one.
Ed Reed is 6. I mean, I just don't remember him. I mean, I covered that game, but
he was so phenomenal. But I don't remember enough plays on him.
Right.
But he was just so good
It's interesting. There's safeties on here. Reed and
So
Williams.
you heard the names. Any issue with Travis Hunter after all those names being number 9 on the top 10 player?
Nope. I'm fine.
Not
with
really. That doesn't freak me out too much.
I'm fine with
Okay.
that.
He's 9 more for what he did probably at receiver than what he did at DB. But I mean, as far as corners on the list, he's the only one, right? Is there any other corners on the list?
That is the only. Yeah. No, Tyrann Mathieu, defensive back.
Okay.
Honey Badger.
Honey Badger. Not Honey Bear. Honey Badger.
Honey Badger.
Honey Bear.
He was phenomenal. His highlight film stuff. Just go back and watch it. What he did like that as a player and then as a returner. Whoa.
God, Feldman. There's no, you can't.
It's a very difficult list to
right.
assemble.
That's why I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Take him to task on anything.
Yeah, there's no exactly. Hang on.
Right.
I'm gonna email him, and he's probably gotten thousands of emails of anger.
I'm glad he did it.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's perspective.
I never freak out on lists like because this is just simply this is late May. Nothing else are really not a lot going on.
You know the fear of doing this though is leaving out someone that's obvious,
especially if they should be probably in the top 3,
right?
And you just forgot them,
Like
and they're
if you
not.
forgot Reggie Bush.
Yeah, all of a sudden
that'd be bad.
Imagine how. Yeah, I don't know.
List compromised.
Yeah,
but I don't think. I haven't seen. I think he's fine in that regard. Everybody, it's again though. I bet you could come up with some names that aren't on here.
People could probably text us names. Where's this guy? Oh, man, he should be on the list. It's just tough to compile 25 players in 25 years of elite football players.
When it comes to like about 8 through 25, there's probably 100 people that if you wrote another list, here's another 100 guys. You go, okay, now he's got to come in. Right. He's got to be in there. Right. Then the next question. That's fine. He's in the top 25. Then who's out?
Yeah.
Then it's like,
texting, no Adrian Peterson. That's a tough one to leave out.
No Adrian Peterson.
That's pretty tough to leave out.
No Adrian Peterson.
Not in the top 25.
Okay, that's a good one.
I saw him live. Whoa.
26. He's 26.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Anybody else?
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Everyone has someone in their mind. Text them in.
Johnny Manziel.
Where's Colt McCoy? No, Rudy.
God, Rudy, stop!
Come on, Rudy.
Rudy, do this for me, Rudy. Just take a little time out there.
Rudy.
Colt McCoy was
horns down. Rudy.
Colt McCoy.
Rudy's from San Antonio.
Who'd you say right before that one?
Johnny Manziel.
Oh, Manziel, 100% should be in there.
Ooh, he should be top 25.
Top 25.
He probably should be.
Throw out the NFL college.
Yeah.
Johnny football.
He took over a season.
He took over like two seasons.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. Now, Bruce.
How about Darren McFadden? How he dominated?
No.
I love him, but I'd say no.
Okay.
Manziel was probably one of
incredible.
If you went through and just said, okay, of this top 25, who is must see?
Manziel
higher than Manziel. Not many of them. No.
I think we have an error.
Manziel's got to be on that list. He was so good. You can't look at the pro success.
Can we get Colt out there?
Colt McCoy.
Rudy, stop.
Rudy.
Oh man. First.
Okay, Colt. Now the Manziel thing.
That's it.
Well, Adrian Peterson's got to be on that list
too.
To him, not top 25 is rough, but that's why it's a really tough list to compile.
I know it ended badly for Manziel, but just this stuff going on, beating Alabama at Alabama.
He was ahead of his time on this, by the way.
He backed it up.
Hey, Manziel was ahead of his time on the money.
So
thing.
that's you've heard me say on air numerous times that I think that NIL is the Johnny Manziel rule.
It is
because he would have made probably $50 million off his name, image, and likeness.
Yep.
And
I'm serious.
It was
Johnny Football.
He was. Did you want to see him play? I wouldn't miss him. I wouldn't have missed him.
He was must-watch TV.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Oh, not on the list. Bruce.
That's a rough miss there.
Yeah.
But he talked to 36 people though, so it's not all on Bruce. Yes. So when we come back, Bill's Thrills on early break.
The Thrills.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Welcome summer with Red, White, and Barbecue. Hog Wild will be open this Memorial Day from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., serving up our award-winning barbecue. Pick up a slab of slow-smoked ribs or a family pack loaded with your favorite choice of meats and sides, complete with buns and our famous barbecue sauce. Enjoy the holiday with family and friends and let Hog Wild do the cooking. Order online at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Have an anniversary coming up? I've got you covered. Celebrate your love with the timeless elegance of jewelry. This anniversary, give the gift of sapphires, emeralds, rubies, or gold. Find the perfect piece that reflects the beauty and depth of your commitment. Whether it's your first anniversary or your 50th, surprise your loved one with a gem as beautiful and rare as she is. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a slight chance of showers and storms this afternoon. Otherwise, mainly sunny with a light breeze and a high near 72. Tonight, mainly clear skies with light winds, a low around 43. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze, an afternoon high near 70. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to
I
work?
am.
Explore new career options in the fintech industry.
Finance.
At Currency, a Sandhills global company offering full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. Also a 4.5-day work week, attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Jake, is it Sandhills Regional?
No, it's Sandhills Global.
Thank you.
Global.
Thank you. Finance is global. You can't get it. It's not like what's finances in Lincoln. No, finance is global. And after having a chance to be part of that tour given by Jim Hansen of what's going on out there,
You were up there.
Was just remarkable like that. And then when you get to, when you're on top of your game, and knowing everything that you have to know about finance. I know that Carson Schott said the applications are way up, and this is the elite of the elite.
Is it?
So here's what it is.
You saw
and this is how I look at it anyway. And Carson, please chime in. This is like so fintech. Please, yes, chime in. Fintech is like this is like Top Gun.
Is it?
This is like Top Gun. This is like you're going to Top Gun. You're going to go to Top Gun. You're going to be Maverick. You have a chance to be Maverick. And Maverick was only Maverick because you went to Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your chance to be at the elite of the elite. So if you want to take your shot, you want to roll with the big guys, get into fintech.
You saw it. You saw it.
That's what I mean.
You're in the Highlands.
It changed everything. My whole life changed.
It was quite a scene, right?
It was quite a scene. The efficiency like that, and just like I said, also just to see 1,000 people walking around in suit and ties. It was very nice to see.
I imagine the ties were hitched up.
They were very nice like that. I was in a Krusty's hat from Arthur.
Which you have on still.
Still have on.
I thought for sure maybe you should wear at least a collared shirt.
I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I took my Krusty's hat off. Maybe I'm not sure.
It was quite an experience.
Yeah, if you want to be Top Gun, fintech.
Well, fintech industry, Currency, the company, gocurrency.com/careers. Okay. Is there any confusion there at all?
Yes.
Currency,
yes.
The business. They do fintech.
They do fintech, yes.
But gocurrency.com/careers. It's time for Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
The thrills.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it gonna be bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
Bill's Thrills, sponsored by our friends at Trados, the grain marketing crop insurance experts. Call them or go to the website at gotrados.com. GOTREDAS.com. Gotrados.com. Wildcard Wednesday today for Bill's
Wild
Thrills.
Card Wednesday, buckle up. Things are going to move fast.
Lock in.
Lock in. Everyone lock in.
We're
Football. Excuse me. Football. Dedication to education.
Ooh.
Don't kill the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. Tennessee State Bill 536, details unearthed last week, paves the way for state schools, University of Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Memphis, etc., and their affiliated collectives to break House settlement-related rules and prevents college sports' new enforcement entity from penalizing those schools. So now there is a bill that's been passed that now they're saying that the schools in Tennessee do not have to follow the new rules of the House agreement, of the House settlement. They can now circumvent
the
rules.
Circumvent
the rules. Officials from the Big Ten are circulating a draft, a groundbreaking, the first of its kind document intended to prevent universities from using the state laws that violate the enforcement rules. So now there's a counterback that says you have to be able to sign this. It says, yes, we will now not be able to go against.
So
it goes so deep that I wanted to hit on a couple of things.
Where are you reading this out of?
What's that? So we have a friend. We have a very
is
good
this
friend,
Ross?
Ross Dellinger. So think about this. The guy who's at the cusp of everything that's going on. He's the number one reporter on all this information. Friend of the show. Personal friend of mine. Been on the show, what, 3 times?
Yeah.
Been on 3 times. Here's the next thing. If you don't sign it, which means you don't sign the agreement that we're all going to be all in, but you're going to let the state laws say we don't have to do it, then like that. You have to sign it. It says someone athletic director, or we don't play you. You have to sign this, or we don't play.
Where this is going?
Just now, it keeps going. It gets even better like that. Arbitration itself isn't surprising, but saying that you agree not to follow your state laws may not be enforceable.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're saying like you have to follow your state laws.
You're asking schools to violate the law.
Violate the law. When you sign it, you've now saying that we've violated the law.
Now we have a problem, Jay.
And it's going so deep that even so, Claudia Wilkin, Judge Wilkin, who will approve the House settlement, her order will not address where the new NCAA rules that come out of the House settlement comply with antitrust law. She's only ruling on whether the settlement agreement is fair to the class members. That's it. Mm-hmm. So she's not going like, hang on now, you have to be able to do this. She's like, no, that's not what my law is. That's not what's going on. Now, here's the thing. It gets better. At the center of much of the scrutiny around the settlement, NIL Go, is the clearinghouse charge of determining third-party NIL deals with athletes are legitimate and fair market value. The clearinghouse is using an algorithm to establish a compensation range of the assortment of deals, a concept that maybe legal experts expect to trigger a bevy of legal challenges, because now they're going to have a determination. Basically, it's like an audit system that will say, okay, that's right. So now, but how do you put value on what?
Okay, I got a question. Let's slow down for a second. Is Tennessee essentially saying we don't want to deal with the clearinghouse? Our student athletes don't have to be limited by what your clearinghouse says.
And they're also saying that they can go exactly. They can say,
is that right?
Because what they don't want to do is be like they want to be able to do the old school. Hey, listen, we're going to take that $20.5 million, and we're also going to have our collective.
Right.
And so
I agree with Tennessee on this.
And so they have a rule. Everyone else, the other ADs, someone's going, we have to just find a way to make it work. But then it's like, but is it legal to be able to do? The clearinghouse threatens to significantly curtail the millions of dollars that school-affiliated boosters, back collectives are distributing to athletes, salaries that are masquerading endorsement on commercial contracts. So there is. Everybody knows that. Everyone knows it's, in essence, it's pay for play. That's everywhere. So it's masquerading. It's not like, this is how this stuff works. What's that?
You say what's the terminology? Mass what?
No, masquerading.
Oh, masquerading. Okay.
Yes. And so if here, look, listen to this one.
I'm sorry.
If we go back to external NIL that is separate from the house pool revenue share and back to pay for play model, why did we settle? Says Baylor Athletic Director Mark Rhodes. If we're going right back to it, where we're going to say, okay, we get to 20.5 now, but now the collectives and stuff are still full go as they were. Why did we settle? What was what have we changed? He said that we're going to spend $20.5 million per school cap, and on top of that, go and pay for play with collectives? Question mark.
That's what Nebraska wants, by the way.
And
that's what Nebraska wants. That's what Tennessee wants.
There's also this.
But isn't that fair?
Well, here's some things to it. The College Sports Commission. This is different now. The College Sports Commission is now the version of they're like the law.
Yeah.
So it says the College Sports soon to hire an executive director, board, and enforcement staff is expected to manage an enforcement infraction in the new athletic revenue share area and replacing the much maligned NCAA control process. So this is threefold with it. Now here's the last final piece this is just knowledge for our listeners.
Yes.
So all this stuff is going on. Okay. None of it's going to matter, because here's the rub. Nothing will hold up in court. Nothing has been bargained on. So think about this. They've built this number at 20.5, but if you are a student athlete, you come back and say, okay, they're saying that Texas is going to pay somewhere between 30 to 35 million for their roster this year. So you've set a value on it. And then next year you say you only get 15 million. So they fight it, and it wasn't bargained on collectively together. That's why the NFL works. Both sides have agreed on how it works. If they don't do that, the lawsuits will just explode once again. So if this is not going to hold up, so this House ruling, they're talking about, it's not going to hold up. In
the court of law.
It'll get crushed because that's what happened when the NCAA said this, whatever it was 4 years ago, and it was a 9-0 vote. And they said, you can't do that.
So
you can't tell someone what they're worth.
There's going to be court entanglement. Probably
it's going so deep. And
protracted court
and it's going to
entanglement.
go right back to just mayhem.
Well, will it be mayhem, though?
I believe, because what they're saying is, I didn't read those. There's other athletic directors that say, guys, we just need to sign it and follow these rules because we don't have anything. But who's going to go? Who's going to just be like, yeah, everyone just do the right thing?
No,
it's not going to happen. Not when there's lawsuits for it.
If I were the commissioner of college football, I would just say, you get the rev share total 20.5. Now you keep your NIL and just do what you can with it. Some schools will be able to do an enormous amount, like Texas, like Nebraska.
But they're trying to get a cap on that. That's what they're trying to say. They're
I
trying
know.
to be fair.
I know what they're doing, but I'm saying no. There's no cap. You do what you
then
do.
they shouldn't have done anything.
Well,
then they shouldn't have done
that's
anything.
the rub.
Because now you've got now you got people spending money.
But you still have a.
But just think at Texas that this roster gets $30 million, and many are over $20 million. It's 20.5 for your whole university.
Oh, I understand.
So it's only 15.
They have
million.
an advantage.
So all of a sudden, but now the next year they're going to say, I know you were making 2.5 million. Now you're going to make 750,000. But what do you mean? I didn't bargain on this. I don't agree to that. And there's been no collective bargain. That's why the NFL works, because when you come in and you think Brock Purdy couldn't have done something. He played on his contract that went all the way through his rookie contract, and then he got paid. And so, but you know why? It was bargained on by both sides.
There's
and
structure.
If they don't somehow deem the athletes employees, that's why they can do it in the NFL, because they are employees. If you don't do that, this will never come together. And I listened to so many shows last night and so many different things and read all these articles. And if people,
is there any consensus?
If anybody, not really. And if anybody says that, well, the House settlement, that's really going to help. It's to be very crystal clear now. It's not crystal clear.
Great.
And everyone knows deep inside. Everyone knows deep inside that that the lawsuits are stacked up and they can't win. They can't win because you're going to say, how
do you understand?
It's the projected chaos we talked about.
Do you understand why I always say, now you might listen to me, why I always say college football was great in 1984?
I don't think I pushed back on that ever.
It was.
I've never said it's in the best spot right now.
We didn't have all these complications. It wasn't perfect.
No, it's much simpler.
I happen to have numerous in meetings around the southeast corner of the state yesterday. And I was listening to all these and listened to him talk. And Neuheisel's probably one of the best because he's a lawyer. He passed the bar. And so he has very good knowledge on what exactly collective bargaining, what's going on. And people just keep saying, we just need to get a commissioner and everybody agree to it. No one's going to agree to it when someone sits there and says, hang on, could you imagine help me out, the receiver at Ohio State?
Jeremiah Smith.
Then all of a sudden he's got 1 year left to play after this. So say this year he's making whatever he makes, and they're telling him no go. And then they're going to have this committee come in to see what's real NIL and what is false NIL.
I have a problem with that part of the House settlement.
You have the
clearinghouse.
Yeah, the whole. So they're building a whole new enforcement system. Also, the next part of it is like that. Also, it brings right back into play if things in the past. There's documentaries done on people that got paid. SMU, you name. There's been all kinds. There's no more. Now things go back right to under the
they'll
table.
be under. Yeah.
And they said we'll enforce that. How?
Yeah.
Because the under the table stuff, the NCAA wasn't enforcing that. They missed probably 95% of them because those people, if they're doing that, they're smart.
How do you solve this? Here's the crux.
Well, it's simple to solve. You have to make them employees, and you have to be collective bargaining, and you have to have both sides agree. And then that way you can also talk about transfer. So I want you to think about this. So all these stuffs with the House settlement, and one of the conversations was the House settlement in Nebraska was what? The size of the roster. That was a big thing. Now you read all this stuff. It's like no one's really concerned right now about the size of the roster when you have this monumental stuff going on that no one really understands.
What I was going to say, is a lot of the issues is simply not the playing field will remain uneven.
Drastically.
I mean, there's a lot of schools that won't have. Not only will they not be able to raise NIL, they don't even have the rev share number.
No.
So of course they don't want NIL part of it because they don't even have the rev share.
They're not.
So I get it. That's a problem. That's a huge problem.
So when you drop off, so
85.
Go read the article.
Bring back Bo Jackson.
Oh yeah, that'd be something. Just go back and read the article on Ross Dellinger. I'm sure we can.
I need to read it. What's it entitled?
Steve, I have it right here.
Right.
Power Conference is working on contract to bind schools to new enforcement rules with strict punishments. And so that sounds great, doesn't it? I agree with it. Strict punishments until someone just says, we didn't agree to this. Because the players didn't agree to it. All the stuff that comes up in the NFL, because the players, because they're employees, and then so people go, well, what do you mean? That's why there's been strikes. So there's been NFL strikes before because the two sides were going back and forth on how they wanted to settle it. Then once they settle it, then that's what it is.
We're in a major.
There's no place. There's no, like I said, you can't be in the NFL and you're a first round draft pick. And then all of a sudden you want to just say, you know what, I'll pay a buyout, but I want to go back in the open market and I want to go someplace else next year. That's not how it works. They tried it. You read the article on Caleb Williams. They did everything to find a loophole to get out of going to the Bears. If they draft and there's got to be a loophole, I can do something else, and next year they'll go someplace else. And guess what?
Couldn't get it.
There was no loophole.
Couldn't do it.
The NFL was so good. They're like going, there's no loophole here. There's nothing here whatsoever.
There's so many loopholes in college football, right? It's one big loophole.
So that's when someone says, we need a commissioner, which I say you have to have a commissioner. But if you don't bargain, the commissioner, because so basically what the ADs were saying, several other ADs, when you read it, they just said, guys, just sign it and let's do it. But there's no backing to it. That when it comes to, if it goes to like the Supreme Court, they won't win. If all of a sudden a player of power says, I'm not doing this, I want this for us right there, I want my NIL money,
right?
Whatever it is like that. Well, that's over the cap. We can't do that. It's not going to hold up because now you said, we control your value.
Yeah, you're restricting. You can't restrict earnings.
You cannot restrict earnings unless it's bargained for on both sides.
Right. Now that's the issue.
That's the issue.
I hate to cut in, but we got to get the break.
We're way late.
We're late.
We got to play the game
That is
show.
Bill's
Are we doing the game show?
Sponsored by Trade Us. Yes, it's time to play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today's topic is NHL franchises. We should get all these, I think. We all know the teams. I will give you the city. You tell me what team plays there. I give you the city. What NHL team plays there?
I got a shot on some of these.
Nickname?
Yes.
I got a shot.
464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
464-5685. Call to take down Sip and Bill and trivia. Today's topic, NHL franchises. You guys feel okay about this?
Fine.
All right. Our caller is Corey. Corey, how do you feel about NHL franchises today?
We'll see.
Okay. Well, Bill's a lifeline for Sip for one question as always. Corey, first question for
Corey,
you.
Is this Corey my electrician?
It is not. Don't want that.
Different Corey's.
I'm supposed to be at work.
All right, Corey.
Hello, Corey.
On my way.
All right, good job.
Good job.
Corey, what team plays in Buffalo, NHL?
Got it.
The Sabres.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Wow.
They should all be. Well, honestly, they all should be layups. These are all.
That's missing to Greg's favorite team, and he watches their matches.
They've been bad for a while.
They have. They haven't made the playoffs in forever.
1-0 lead for Corey. Sip, what team plays in Columbus?
The Blue Jackets. Hello.
Brilliant.
That's a weird one to me. This doesn't roll.
We got it, though.
Yeah, you nailed it.
1-1 tie. Back to you for the lead.
1-1, Bill.
Corey, what team plays in Carolina?
The Hurricanes.
Brilliant.
One lead for Corey. Bills in play.
All right, now we really got to lock in.
Yeah, otherwise we lose.
Except what team plays in Calgary?
Oh, I got it. I'm keeping you in my back pocket. The Flames.
Brilliant. This will go to you guys, and there's a chance to get on the
Oh,
dot.
you could have got it, but whatever.
I'm not going to give you the time to count it out loud, but here's the tiebreaker for you guys.
Oh, no.
And Corey will go over and under. How many Canadian teams are there in the NHL?
Oh, God, Jake.
6.
Okay.
6 is the guess. What do you say? Over under 6, Corey.
Oh, wow, that's the number I had in mind. I'm going to go over.
7. Edmonton Oilers, Calgary Flames, Vancouver Canucks, Toronto Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens, Winnipeg Jets, and Ottawa Senators. The Jets are.
I let us down, Steve. I tried to get him on the nose.
No. 6
This is on me.
Guess.
This one's on me.
6 is a good guess. You're fine.
Nice win, Corey. We'll get you bagels for calling it in.
Corey, nice job.
Calling down the road.
Get back to work.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome, Corey. Thanks for listening.
What's the number? If Corey wanted to come to Ruhlman's, what is it, Steve?
Corey, if you want to come to Ruhlman's with your bride or somebody, 402-780-8887. Phil Ruhlman. Ask for Phil or leave a message.
Also, we could maybe for Blitzkrieg or some one of those guys, we maybe have a singles table.
You can have a singles table.
Singles table. No,
you don't have to be married to come to
but I'm saying mix and
No, you
mingle.
don't.
We're not going to limit it to married.
We'll have a table of couples.
You could McSafety officially made his reservation. McSafety's in.
McSafety's in.
He called, got his reservation.
He'll get you know what? He should be propped up at the entrance. Just make sure everyone's parking safe.
You can come with your son or your daughter or whatever. Just come.
When we come back, Sean Callahan, hour 3 and early break on the ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Western Sand and Gravel is hiring for a variety of positions at their sand and gravel plants near Ashland. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Available positions include plant operators, dredge operators, and shop service technicians. They offer great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, paid holidays, and paid time off. No matter your experience level, on-the-job training is available to help you build a rewarding career with Western Sand and Gravel. Start your career today. Visit westernsand.com.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Make sure you tune in every Saturday from 11 to 12 for all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman. Learn how the game of youth football has grown in and around the capital city with coaches, athletic directors, and league commissioners telling you all about it. It's all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman every Saturday from 11 to noon right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you Go Big Red!
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Wake up, Lincoln. Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break, presented by NIPCO. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 3 sponsored by our friends at Nebco, now hiring at Ready Mixed Concrete. Check out their job openings at nebcoinc.com. We're now joined on the phone by Husker Online, Sean Callahan. Sean, good morning. We've been trying for a couple days now on the show, trying to understand the bracket of the Big Ten baseball tournament. Nebraska fortunately wins last night 5-4, so their game against Oregon means something on Friday. But if they lost, they'd be playing with no chance at advancing. We don't understand the concept. Sean, do you understand anything with the pool play and why it's like this in Omaha?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I think they want everybody to get 2 games in, so you're not just there 1 game and out of there. But the other thing is I think they really want to protect those top 4 seeds. Now, the SEC does it different in that sense where they play a couple of these single elimination rounds where, like, I was listening to Tim Corbin yesterday talking about for the top teams, they only would have to play 3 games. So Vanderbilt is set up where, you know, it's a normal weekend for them because they were rewarded for that. They don't have to play, you know, a 4th, 5th, 6th game. And I think that was kind of how this all started. Like, yeah, we like the conference tournament. We like giving an auto bid in our league, but nobody likes their teams having to play 6 games in a shortened period of time. because of what it does to your pitching and your team as you advance into the regional rounds. I'll be interested though if they revisit this and maybe try to do something more like what the SEC does. I think this format though does give the BTN what it wants. It gives it inventory every day that's locked in, and the inventory is 3 games a day on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then 2 games on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. So I think that's the other part of it. Here's the television element. BTN can get their perfectly little puzzled schedule of they know who's playing, when they're playing, and it's 3 games per day. And again, everything in college sports, what's it about, guys? The money. And the BTN probably had a voice in, how this is set up too.
Sean, you just sort of answered you solved the puzzle that was in my brain. Why do they have this format? It's probably mostly a TV discussion.
Managing the TV lineup when it was the old format was a nightmare. I mean, we've talked about this. There'd be games that would start at like 1 a.m.
Right. And then what do you do with that game? What do you do? You have it on TV. They would have it on TV, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, and the crews of the TV would have to work, obviously. So I think there's part of that, too. I think they learned long ago playing 4 games in a day in Omaha. It can be done, but it's probably not advised.
No, because
postseason baseball, weather delays. It's a lot to squeeze in a true double elimination tournament with 4 games per day. And the Big 12 did it for years. And it worked for them. But I think they started earlier. I want to say the Big 12 would start their first games at 9 a.m, and the Big 10 was like a 10 a.m. start.
Well, and then there's just the vagaries of baseball where you could have a game that lasts 2 hours and 15 minutes, or you could have a game that lasts 4 hours and 15 minutes.
Right. So then you see that. The pitching clock has helped baseball overall. But yeah, these do or die games. And look, Nebraska played the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year. And they had just an unbelievable mountain to climb yesterday. Michigan State was the 12th seed, but they literally threw a first rounder against Nebraska. And give Global team credit. They battled and won a game against arguably the best pitcher in the Big Ten.
It was a good win. They caught a big break when the right fielder dropped that ball in the final out. But that was anyway. Jordy Ball, Sean. Jordy Ball, shifting gears to Nebraska softball. Can you think of a athlete of recent vintage who's had the sort of impact that Jordy Ball has had on the Nebraska softball team? Any sport.
Well, I think you got Amir Abdullah, Rex Burkhead, and Ndamukong Suh. I mean, there's a very small list on football in recent years that you can go with. I mean, Keisei Tominaga to a lesser extent in basketball. I think he captivated his fan base.
Alex
Gordon, Java Chamberlain. But it's a very short list of athletes. I mean, in volleyball, John Cooks had so many, but they were so good around the board that they didn't ever have to rely on just one superstar. But Jordan Larson would be that one, I would think, for John Cook, who's now one of the greatest Olympian volleyball players in U.S. history.
I mean, she came to bat 12 times in the regional and didn't get out. 4 home runs, 7 walks, and a single. Jordy Ball. You don't see stuff like that ever for Nebraska.
No, just remarkable. And everybody knows they're trying to pitch around her, and she still hit home runs. It's unbelievable. And Tennessee, you wonder if they'll pitch to her this weekend. If the bases are empty, will they just walk her and avoid letting her hit a home run?
From my Sean Callahan. Sean, Urban Meyer said this week that the Big Ten's top-level teams have surpassed the SEC. Now, again, they've won the last 2 titles, so it's easy to say that. But would you say that right now, that the Big Ten's top-level teams have surpassed the SEC's top-level teams?
I think you can make a case that the top 3 or 4 of the Big Ten right now, not a 10-year sample size, but the last 2 years have been better, especially now in SEC without Nick Saban. An SEC that's having to deal with the transfer portal, having to deal with NIL, where more teams have money to buy these good players. Where in the previous format of college football, the SEC could stash a lot of players on these rosters, and they just had mountains of depth, and they were really tough to beat. But I think college football NIL has created more parity and put some of these better players around the country. But I think when you do like an overall top 10, the SECs definitely are probably still the better league. But I think the top 4 right now, especially when you look at the playoffs and then how games have played out the last couple of years, and even South Carolina losing to Illinois, and USC beat A&M in their bowl game this last year, and Michigan beat Alabama in their bowl game the last 2 years in a row. There's a lot there that Ohio State beat Texas. There's a lot of things there that, look good for the Big Ten, but I think the depth still probably overall weighs towards the SEC.
What's going on over at Memorial Stadium right now, Sean? I like that beat writer question is what is happening in the Nebraska football program, in late May, entering June?
Well, it's kind of the calm before the storm.
Yes,
the players are off campus. In fact, I was on I was over at my daughter's practice yesterday, so I went on a walk, and I walked through campus. It's dead. I mean, campus in general right now is a ghost town because that's the time of year it is. In a week or two, everybody will be back on campus at the start of June. They'll have 30 official visitors coming in over 3 weekends. They'll have OTA practices that are 3 days a week, lifting and running sessions, and then camps. So it really ramps up right after Memorial Day when these camps begin for Nebraska along with the visitors. And then the coaches get a little bit of a break in July. And that's one thing Matt Rule does. He makes sure those coaches get 2 to 3 weeks to kind of just get away from it. But he wants the players then to take ownership of July and kind of make it their team. And then when the coaches come back in later July, it's back to business.
I don't know about you, Sean, but people continue to ask me about the punter. And somebody yesterday did say, listen, Sipple, that is the key for Mike Eckler, is this punter that's coming in. So we're expecting a punter to come in June 1. Is that right?
Yeah, when they start classes, and I don't know how they'll announce it. I'm sure Huskers.com will kind of do an announcement of him being signed.
You think so?
And once he's signed, yeah. Once he goes through like an organized workout and a class, he's locked in.
Okay.
You can't, but now he's still a free agent, even though he might be, committed and signed up to go to classes. But yeah, I don't think they want any chance of somebody just trying to get to this kid late. So they've kept it under wraps, and I'm sure there's been a lot of Googling going on trying to figure out who this guy might be. But I don't know, and I know you don't know, and we know a lot of people over there. I mean, it's been kept pretty sealed on who this punter is from Australia they're bringing in.
Yeah, we just know that it's a punter from Australia who will come in as a freshman, and he will be able to punt with his left foot or his right foot, right?
Yep, and more than likely he's tied to the organization Pro Kick Australia, which is, in the United States, we have the Coles Kicking and Jamie Cole and that group. Well, Australia has Pro Kick Australia, and that's where Daniel Cherney came out of years ago when they brought him in before he got hurt. Played in 5 games for Nebraska, but Pro Kick Australia is where these guys come, and I'm sure Coach Busch has a great familiarity with Pro Kick and their history of bringing punters into the States.
Joined by Sean Callahan. Sean, saw a list the other day from Joel Klatt, the Fox Sports broadcaster, doing his top 10 quarterbacks in the country. He had Luke Altmaier of Illinois, number 9. I'm curious, good quarterback. We saw him in Lincoln last year, beat Nebraska in overtime. But if you're looking at like Dylan Raiola, how far is he away from Luke Altmaier level?
Good question.
For that type of level.
Well, I think Sip broke this down. What was Raiola, Sip, over those final
final 8 games? So the final 8 games is the problem for Dylan. He had 4 touchdown passes and 9 picks over the final 8. That doesn't get you in a lot of top 10. No.
If you're just being objective. If you're trying to just look at recruiting rankings and potential, maybe yes. But yeah, 4 and 9, 4 touchdowns, 9 picks over 8 games in the money games. These aren't Houston Christian and UTEP. I mean, those final 8 games are the money games where you play good teams and good defenses and you deal with some weather. Luke Altmaier, on the flip side, had a great year. I mean, a great South Carolina team that was a borderline playoff team. And Altmaier was a highly touted recruit. So it's not like he was just some coached up 3-star. I mean, Altmaier went to Ole Miss, was a top 100, was a Lane Kiffin quarterback guy, and, you know, has lived up to the billing for Brett Bielema now in Champaign for what people thought he was going to be maybe for Ole Miss when he first signed there. So Raiola was right there, but yeah, he's got to prove it, especially in the games that matter in the Big Ten Conference.
You know what Altmaier was not last year in 2023, though, Sean? You know what his touchdown interception ratio was? It was 13-10. So, I mean, what Altmaier has is a built-in advantage, and this will be his third year as a starter. When Dillon's in his third year as a starter, it's going to look a lot different. It'll look better than Altmaier.
Also had better receivers in Nebraska last year.
Yeah, much better.
I mean, that was one thing going into that Illinois game. I don't think people realize. I mean, Tommy Hill still never recovered from that game.
Pat Bryant got him, didn't he?
Yeah,
Pat Bryant got him.
Receivers, I mean, they came out and you got a text from a very well-known defensive mind in college football, and he immediately said these receivers are a problem for Nebraska.
Pat Bryant was a big problem, and he was a pretty high draft choice, wasn't he,
I don't
Jake?
know where he went to.
I think he was a third rounder.
Yeah. Pat Bryant
was a player.
He was a problem. But, Sean, I will tell you, Dillon will look much different in year 3. Much different.
No doubt. And the receivers are going to be, I think, an upgrade. You still wonder, though, can the ground game around Dillon support him enough to give the offense the balance, or can they create kind of a makeshift ground game as well with short passing? And I think that's probably more plausible, that you're going to get a lot of those shorter pass plays, but the blocking's got to be there. And as we know, the blocking last year on the perimeter was a big issue. And, you know, that Dana Holgerson, I know, has addressed that or done his best to address that. So we'll see if the blocking can improve to make a lot of these things work. Especially behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a question you can't answer. But is there a chance? No, is there? I mean, just rhetorical. Chance they put Mosey in the backfield a little bit. Isaiah Mosey, who played running back in high school a little bit.
Sure. I mean, I think you could see a lot of these guys be involved in the Jets. I mean, Ja'Cory Barney, we know, can do it. But yeah, Mosey could line up theoretically in an all-purpose type role.
Yes.
A lot of it depends on Emmett, though. Like, how full can Emmett's plate get this year? I mean, they are all in on him, but how full can they get that plate for him without overdoing it and you know, wearing him down? Because that's still my concern. Emmett Johnson has never had to be an 18 carry a game back. He's been a pretty decent 10 to 12 carry guy, but man, you size up to that level, that's a lot of sore Sunday, Monday mornings, and how will Emmett Johnson handle that this year will probably be one of the bigger things to watch as far as the running game. And can they get anything from the other guys, whether it's Ives or anybody? They need to get something from somebody else. And yeah, ideally the Akron and Houston Christian games will allow them to develop some other backs and play more guys without being as stressed. But that opener, you can't really screw around at Cincinnati and try to rotate a bunch of guys in. I mean, that's going to be a tough opener, as we know, in Arrowhead Stadium.
Sean, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We'll chat with you again next week.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Husker line, Sean Callahan. So something about that punter you were discussing. I'm curious for Bill. How many punters legitimately can punt with both legs and be effective?
I don't know what a number is. I've seen, I've had to defend him before, and it's a lot of work. And so, like I said, there's two things when they come over from Australia, is that it still is a different game. And the way it's set up and what's going on, it's still a different game. And so you have to be able, like I said, they'll most likely probably be a little growing pains if someone come over as a true freshman to all of a sudden be punting in the Big Ten.
They got to learn football.
and you're going both ways, punting both ways. I mean, if they're legitimately can go both directions, and also punt at a very high level, that skill set is very. Think with the difficulty of that. Just think of how high that skill set is to be able to roll one way and punt with that, but then roll the other way if you're non-dominant and punt with that one. A lot of people are. They'll roll one direction, but they can cross kick, which means they can go down this sideline, middle, this side. They have the ability to do all those different kicks to keep the ball away from people. So it's a high skill set. I'm sure they have it researched really well. Mm-hmm. But again, you just stop and put it all together in your head. I know myself, if being in that spot, I'd be very concerned as a coach. Be like, okay, we have someone coming in that's never played college football. and
Right.
and he never played college football.
They
before.
have to understand. Try to understand.
so-
Now, my understanding was Cherney didn't really understand football.
That I know Daniel. He was there when I was there that 1 year when I was as an analyst, but never, like I said, they didn't know as much about him like that. Then he got injured, and so the
broke
part
his leg, right?
The part he didn't know about football, I'm not as much aware of. I guess what he had to be able to do, but I do know this. Daniel, it was a rough deal for him because I think he could have been a really good punter. He got injured, and there's just sometimes things that you just go through the series. I'm sure if he wrote down his storyline, it'd be like, oh wow, that's a lot. And so there's those things that happen to him like that. So I hope Daniel's doing great.
Yeah, yeah, but it's a huge piece of the puzzle coming in. I mean, it's gigantic. And then plus, now I don't know. You could push back on this, but I think it's gigantic that they're going to rugby style. I don't think I've ever seen rugby style in Nebraska.
Yeah,
not for a sustain,
not a style.
not
You've
sustained.
You've seen several rugby punts before.
I've seen rugby punts, but not as a scheme.
Sustained. Yeah, there's something different because in
Not
general,
as a scheme.
You'll see a more spread out.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, spread out group. Like I said, if you want to watch someone, just say, okay, who would I study? There's several teams. Well, obviously, Tennessee did it with Coach Eckler.
Mhm.
But you can go back and just watch Rutgers. Rutgers was
Right,
a rugby style team. So
It's
that
going to
was
look different when they punt this year.
It's
gonna
going to
look
be a different look. But like I said, is it a great scheme? I think it's an incredible scheme. There's a lot of things to it that I really like about it. And again, it's like anything else. If you have a really good, like last year, Brian Buschini punted the ball very well. The reason his stats were so bad is because they kept getting blocked. So that really, what that does to your net is just remarkable of what happens with like that. But Brian could do, we called it rodeo, which was a slight rugby kick. It was very good at it. But where he was really good was back there, being a punter.
Yeah.
That's where he was really good. So when you had that, or you recruit to it, just like they did now, they recruited to the position. So So very intelligent move by Nebraska.
They had a pocket punter, and they had to wave him off. Jack McAllister was his name. Off he goes.
Wonder what did he end up anywhere?
Yes, Purdue. Yeah,
Purdue.
McAllister ended up at Purdue.
Right. When we come back, an update at North Carolina, some trademark gate.
Trademark gate?
Yeah. Jordan
Gate.
Hudson, Bill Belichick. More on that next. Early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Your Nebraska Lottery announces the 2025 NASCAR Powerball Playoff. And it's a great way to get on track for a chance to win $1,000. From May 27th to June 23rd, buy $2 of Powerball, enter the voucher number online, and you could be one of 20 winners of $1,000 and a chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Championship weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Roar into any Nebraska Lottery retailer and buy $2 of Powerball today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Memorial Day is coming up quickly, and you know what that means. Grilling season. You know what's more embarrassing than an overcooked piece of meat? A dirty, disgusting, and grimy grill. Let the pros at Husker Grill Cleaning get you ready for grilling season. They'll take your grill apart piece by piece, scrub every inch, and reassemble it so your grill can look and perform its best. Visit their website at huskergrillcleaning.com today to schedule your appointment. Husker Grill Cleaning, serving Lincoln, Omaha, Malcolm, and more.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're a fan of Nebraska sports at all, you could right now celebrate the win last night with your Halo custom lights going red and white.
Why wouldn't you?
I would do it if I was, I had mine red and white last night.
Did you?
Yeah. I was celebrating the win, supporting
Hold
the
it
big
now. Did
red.
you have it on during the game or did you wait till after?
After.
Did you?
After.
Elizabeth?
Yes.
As I said, is most excited I've ever seen Jake for sports in my life was that win
When he
last
approached
night.
Rudy.
What's that? Yes, when he...
Is that wrong of me to wait till after the game to put the red and white up?
A little bit. It probably should have been supported during the game. Yes, probably during the game. But you know what? You have Halo lights, and it gives you the option. You have the option to support during or after. Whichever you want to do, you have those options, and it changes your life. It changes your life.
It's like a remote control.
It's on your phone.
It's an app.
It's
an
I
app.
told you
It's an app.
Laura was on vacation. She changed the lighting from Mexico.
Where
in
was she
4
in Mexico?
seconds like that. Is it Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah, sounds
Would that
right.
be right. Puerto Vallarta.
You got
yes.
it. Nailed it.
Yes. And so she changed. And so how about having that kind of control?
Oh.
And sometimes I'll say, let's change this. What we got? And she'll just start going through her phone. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Yeah.
HaloCustomLighting.com. Get your own today. It is a wonderful addition to your house and your neighborhood. HaloCustomLighting.com. Well, it's always a day when we have Bill Belichick or Jordan Hudson news. Yesterday,
I love it.
We found out that, again, Jordan Hudson, the 24-year-old girlfriend of Bill Belichick, apparently is the CEO and founder of Trouble Club Enterprises.
Say that again.
Trouble Club Enterprises. She's the CEO and founder. And she's filed 14 trademarks for phrases that apparently belong to the Patriots, but she has found a loophole. How about the ones like no days off? Remember when Belichick chanted no days off? Do your job, ignore the noise. Well, you've seen something from Taylor Swift when her album. She has, like, in parentheses, Taylor's version, so she can actually own the rights to the song and not the brand, the label. Jordan Hudson has put no days off, parentheses, Bill's version. Do your job, parentheses, Bill's version, to make sure that any royalties that come from that can go to them if people use that.
So if it's on a T-shirt or
Right.
something like our billboard.
Right.
Would you get one of those T-shirts? No days off.
Bill's version.
Would you wear that?
No, but maybe like in the Boston area, in that area, maybe there's people that are, maybe it's in sort of some sort of demand. I don't know. Well, it's just one, probably it's going to be one of her companies. I imagine she'll have more.
And as we discussed earlier, I don't know if it's official, but she claims that they're engaged. Bill Belichick has not confirmed that.
It's been a claim.
It's a claim. What could go wrong?
She's being aggressive.
That's one way to put it.
She's aggressive.
She finished third, right, in the Miss Maine competition.
I think you're right. And Bill was there to support.
Bill was there. He was there at the event. Had security.
She's just aggressive. She's an aggressive woman. She's an aggressive young woman.
We had this conversation with Brandon Riley yesterday. I could just imagine just flip this whole script. Just whip it down there. That was incredible. Going full speed
real quick. Whipping down a bike, whipping down O Street with a grit.
Yeah, cigarette and a bike, and not a scooter, an old school bike.
He had to have the windows back.
And he was going too. Just came flying by.
Right, back to Jordan. You were saying,
just put that, just have that happening here. Just have it happening here right now. Just put Belichick here, or your coach at Nebraska, 73-year-old, engaged to a 24-year-old that also gets involved in other business and goes to events and is on. Can you imagine? I just hope she shows up on the sideline. I would love to see her have a conversation with Belichick during a game on the sideline. That would be okay. That would be
Will that
must
happen?
see.
Will that
would
happen?
Be so must see TV. It would be insane.
Come on now, let's okay, slow down now. Can this be normal when the football season starts? Can it be a normal situation? I think it might.
She has no interest in normal.
Well, so the question, I guess the adjoining question would be, will she back off a little once it starts?
I don't know how it's going to. No one has let it play out. I have no idea.
Is there any chance this can be okay?
I'm kind of with Jake on this. I'm kind of with Jake that part of this of the fun and part of that is being in front of things, being out. I don't think she has any desire to be behind the scenes.
No way.
Has she been behind the scenes yet?
Okay.
No, she's not behind the scenes anyway.
So you don't see it happen.
No, she wants to be front and center. She wants to find a way on the field, I'm sure, during the game.
Well, she'll be on the
sidelines.
Okay, now is that okay?
It's just very odd. It's just very odd. I mean, you just didn't. You never saw.
I'm trying to think like an AD right now. Like, all right, we have to manage. We have to. No,
it's been crystal clear that things are not great on campus. I mean, they had to. They were. I put some faith in when someone writes something that she's been banned. That I don't think he made it up. And then all of a sudden, they had to counter back with, no, she's not been banned.
Banned from the athletic complex.
But yet, as Busch has been brought up, no one has seen her since that time at North Carolina.
Okay, so
no one's seen her since that time.
Do you sit down if you're the AD? Now, this would be my temptation. I just sit down with Bill and say, do you have this under control? Would Bill say,
there'd be no conversation. There'd be zero conversation. It'd be like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it'd be
you're right.
That's what it would be right now. I mean,
that's probably what I'd say.
When he gets asked, he's like, "That's my personal matter." He tries not to talk about her at all.
And
it is his personal matter.
And he is correct.
Yeah.
There is not one thing being done that is illegal. That is whatever name. There's nothing.
No, nothing.
He's just. I mean, he's dating someone that is
younger.
That is much younger. That's it. Now it gets awkward because he's won. He's won 8 Super Bowls, 6 as a head coach, and it's very interesting. And a 50-year age difference would always be interesting to me. if all of a sudden, like I said, if someone, if
20's kind of interesting.
20,
but 50 is,
gets you.
Yeah, 50
even,
is.
When you're driving, like I said, when we say better times, I said, when was better times? I mean, we're listening to music. He'd probably agree with us with music from the 70s.
He likes Sammy Davis.
Yeah, he would love some of that.
Sammy Davis
Jr. Yes.
Yeah. Who would you play today?
I played Mac Davis.
Mac Davis
from Stop and Smell the Roses
Just
from
so you know,
1974.
if you get confused as Mac Davis and Sammy Davis Jr., I think
That's a you problem, right?
That's a you problem.
I bet you Belichick likes Mac Davis. I wouldn't be surprised if he likes Sammy. But anyway, I just wonder if this can work. I'm sort of hopeful.
I don't know if that. And I was one thing that has worked: attention, because they have the attention. North Carolina has the attention of the world is watching. Mac Brown, lovable. Everyone loved him. Extremely successful coach, been a national champion. He does it twice at North Carolina at a pretty good clip. That's how he got the Texas job. Then came back, did a pretty good job. No one's really paying attention. It's like, yeah, they're there. Yeah, they're there. And that was it. Now it's like it's front and center.
Right. And you know what Don King used to say: no publicity is bad publicity.
So right now they're up and, but where does it go? And it is hard. It's gonna be very hard with how this thing plays out. But the fan base will be. I even wonder with the North Carolina fan base. I don't think I would just bet hypothesis would be the fan base is split also.
Right. It probably depends who you talk to.
Yeah, I bet there's some people going like, "What are we doing?"
Some people be all right.
Going like, "Yeah, we're fine. We got the coach here, and he live his life and do his deal and don't care." And we're out there, and media's covered us like crazy.
That's the camp I'd be in. Is let him live his life and coach. We'll see. If they win 10 games, what's the problem?
Yeah, but we know there's been a strict change of procedure on who has power to make what decisions at North Carolina when this whole thing went down. So it's split. When you're in the offices, it's split. When you're between trying to figure this out, now you're trying to tie together your NIL collective and you're trying to do all these different things. I don't think it's real great harmony right now.
Probably not.
The Spillover is next. An early break in the ticket.
The Spill.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nepco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a 4-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats like Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Call or text us at 402-464-5685 with questions, or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Registration goes through May 30th.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to SmokingGunJerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover, sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, One Love. We failed to mention something of a death from yesterday.
Oh, yes.
R.I.P. to George Wendt, who is Norm from
Norm!
Cheers, age 77, passed away yesterday.
Oh.
George Wendt.
George Wendt.
Were you guys big Cheers fans?
Yes.
Oh, and I have rented Cheers like or purchased it on whatever you can do by the season, and we went back and watched.
I never did that.
We
were kids.
Probably one of the, when it comes down to entrances to a show, probably one of the top ever. I mean, when he came in every time like that, Norm. I mean, every single time that he came in, he come down like that, down those stairs and get over to his seat on the. He sat in numerous spots, but he had one spot.
One spot.
They just
It's Big Bear.
Yeah.
What's the big bear at the bar?
Yeah.
Sam would be in some kind of pickle with a woman.
Send me something to be. Hey, Sammy. Oh yeah, Sammy was everyone's
It's a great
hero.
show.
It's a great show.
We were kids.
Yeah.
I think we were kids. I
No,
remember
we were-
watching it in high school.
Yeah, as I say, kids. I always think more around the age of 6 to 8, but yes.
No, I'd say 15 to 18.
It was on in college. I remember watching it in high school, college.
Smoking Gun Jerky.
Yes.
Got a text-
Joe.
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 Got a text from my dad yesterday, middle of the day. The beef. It says the beef jerky is really good. Thank you. Problem is, I can't stop eating it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't.
That's a good problem. to
I
have.
can't stop. I can't. I gave him I don't even remember what I gave him. But I told him, don't worry, because there's more where that came from.
Oh, how about that?
I'm getting him a box.
SmokingGunJerky.com or just at 48th and R in Lincoln, north of Raising Cane's.
Well, I have
48th
something
and
else.
R?
Do we have time to add anything else?
Got about a minute here.
Okay.
We have a
I-
minute.
I can't get to it now.
Uh-oh.
I can't get to. I guess I can. I can get it right here. This was sent to me yesterday. This again about the power. Went to get my T-shirt. This is from Lisa Jurgensmeyer. She's a whippet. Went to get my T-shirt at Computer Hardware today. Dylan answered a bunch of questions for me and ended up ordering my new iPhone through them as soon as he said they would set it up for me. That's always a challenge. Also met Trip. Can't believe I've never been in their store until today. Looking forward to doing more business with them. Have a great day.
That's what we do.
Go to see Trip and then stop at Smoking Gun.
So she went to Lisa.
Bunch of Raising Cane's.
So
Perfect.
Lisa's brought cookies to us.
Oh, that's Lisa.
That's Lisa brought cookies to us, and she goes in there, and all of a sudden her whole life changed, just like that. Never been in there. Why'd she go in? Because of the ticket. So she goes in because of the advertising, and then just kills it. Yeah.
Trip and Dylan.
Trip, yeah.
Joe at Smoking Gun.
Unbelievable.
Good people.
Yeah.
A lot of good people. Tonight, Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1.
Okay,
Knicks,
Game
Pacers.
1.
That'll be more interesting than last night.
Is this going to be an actual series, or Knicks take this?
No, it'll be close. It'll be
I think it's going to be a great series.
6-7 games, probably.
Last night's game, I was kind of hoping you weren't watching because I didn't think it was a very well-played game between Minnesota and
I didn't see enough of it. I wanted to flip back and forth more. It didn't get to see enough.
It wasn't very well played. I called Julius Randle. He had a great first half, but he has inexplicable mental lapses. One time, the clock was going down. He passed up a jump shot to drive, and the shot clock went off. I'm like, what are you doing? If I was his coach, I'd want to kill him.
Would it be similar to a bunt?
They're in the finals.
I know Julius Randle's playing really well too, but he has inexplicable mental lapses.
It would be the same as someone bunting the ball for Nebraska and then having three guys attack the ball.
Inexplicable mental lapse.
Yes, and they went to cover and got the ball in plenty of time to make a play at first. Only problem,
nobody home.
What's the problem? There was no one at first.
There's no one at first. So tonight will be a better game. It'll be a better game.
Hopefully.
No, it will.
It was a blowout. Yeah. T-Wolves led at halftime, and then they did not play the second half at all. 114-88. Thunder over the Wolves. That's it for us. The Drive is next. We will see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by NIPCO.